Hello?
Marcus.
Can you
Go
guys...
to Marcus.
Is this thing on?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
Germs?
Ladies and germs?
He's been drinking.
A little bit.
We turned up the mic volume, so hopefully you guys can hear us for episode 24.
Yeah, Brothers to the End podcast. We've seen you guys in chat.
It's been I feel like I've been bad. It's been my fault. We're about a week late.
Despite, and I keep saying
2 weeks
this.
late.
Yeah.
Or two. We missed essentially a week.
We missed a week. But despite it's how I've been explaining it to everyone, but despite it being quarantine and us being on lockdown again because people don't know how to handle themselves in the U.S.
Wear a fucking mask.
Yeah. It seems like a really easy concept. We'll get into that later if we need to. But it's been so busy. I've been moving into my own place. We've had friends in town doing stuff.
Yeah.
We've had it's just been a lot going on.
Our friends have been quarantined. We've been very, very careful. It's a select few. We haven't been going crazy.
We've been throwing bangers,
ragers,
dude. Absolute bangers. We've been hungover for 3 weeks now. So, dude, if you're wondering where the podcast is,
I haven't drank a drop of alcohol, and I don't remember the last time.
I can't relate.
Yeah, I mean, you probably drank yesterday.
Oh, I was lit yesterday.
Yeah,
I streamed for 12. Dude, it was a banger of a stream. Let me tell you that much.
One of those streams where you've been drinking and you look down and you're like, fuck, I've been streaming for 12 hours?
Dude, honestly, it was Haley's fault. Because I was cool coasting 9-10 hour stream. And then Haley saw that Bose and I were playing Overwatch. And she's like, oh, you guys playing Overwatch? You want another one? I was like, fuck yeah, I want another friend. Come play Overwatch. And then Haley gets in here and she's like, Vern, what's it gonna take to do a shot with me? And I was having a good day already. This is where this really got me.
Damn,
I was like, you know what? For the sake of friendship time, first one's on the house. Let's rip this bad boy. And Haley's like, yeah. And I was like, woo. And I was already 14 Trulies in.
So you got white girl wasted.
Okay, I thought I was, but I think it was a combination of me being tired and the alcohol, because I woke up this morning, felt great. I was up at 9 a.m. Stream started by 11. Watched a bunch of Psych, dude. It was great.
You don't have to be very aware to watch Psych.
Yeah, but do I look hungover right now?
No, you don't.
Do I feel hungover right now? No, bitch.
I don't. Okay, so you got a little white girl wasted, but you good,
dude. Rallied hard.
It must be nice because I have a half a Truly these days, and I'm hungover for a week.
Dude, I think I've been hungover maybe once since I moved out here.
Fuck off. Must be nice.
I
just don't drink anymore.
I talk about drinking a lot all the time, dude. It's one of my favorite jokes.
Jokes.
Well, that's
quote
the thing,
unquote.
Dude, ever since I got here, how often do I threaten you? Literally every time we went out, I was threatening you.
I'm getting drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
And you're carrying me home, and I'm throwing up. You're gonna have to pull my hair back.
Hard threatening you.
You do.
How many times have
you've never actually done that? Actually, I am the one that did that since you've moved here. I did it once.
Yeah.
That was the last time I drank
heavily.
I drank heavily.
Yeah, you're like, dude,
and I learned.
I don't like this.
That was the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, I just I always threaten it. I'll enjoy a couple beers or a couple hard seltzers.
Oh yeah, hard seltzers. Why do they call them hard seltzers?
Because seltzers are a thing, and so.
Well, I guess, but they're. Okay, yeah. Never mind. I already know the answer to the question. That was a stupid fucking question. Let's just move on. Move on. Let's rewind 30 seconds and act like I didn't ask that.
Dude, I don't remember the last time I got super drunk, man. So I'm turning up tomorrow. Happy Monday, bitch.
Jesus.
Getting lit, brother.
This is what he does all the fucking time.
What's the worst is everyone knew that Rick and Haley came here, right? I'm not exposing no one.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I don't know if they're. I don't know.
Why wouldn't they?
I don't know if they were telling people that they were coming out here or whatever. I don't know, bro. I don't remember. I was too drunk.
Now you check 5 minutes after you already said it.
Yeah. I mean, I would have taken the lumps, if they came. But now I'm happy. We don't even have to get into that no more.
But
herpes? Regardless, it was maybe no.
You
I
would
was thinking more
would just take herpes if they came to you and you just deal with it.
No, I'd be really upset if anybody. I would fight somebody.
If I gave you herpes.
Oh, I'm swinging.
You would punch me?
On site.
Bro, that ain't going to get rid of your herpes.
It would make me feel better about my herpes.
I don't think it would.
100% it would.
I don't think it would.
I'll beat the herpes out of you.
I don't think that's how herpes works.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor, so.
It's going to flare up again.
Maybe.
If you punch me, it's going to agitate the skin. It's going to flare up. I don't know if that's how herpes work, but I'd imagine.
It could be.
Don't look at me like that.
Yeah, I'm not a
Anyways,
doctor.
moving on.
Oh, so it was Rick's birthday. They were here for Rick's birthday, and I was like, "Oh, I'm getting fucked up. I'm getting so drunk, dude. We're old. Our entire group is old now, bro. No one barely even drank. Rick was asleep by like 9 p.m. every night.
Yeah, he was.
Man's had to work.
It was his birthday, and my man's was passed out on the armchair at
we
like
did a
10
shot.
p.m.
Yeah, we did a shot at like 6 p.m. and then my man's was asleep by 10.
He's like, I'm getting lit. Literally an hour later, I look over and he was
like
in the bed.
he was more comfortable just hanging out. I was like, we're getting fucked up for your birthday. Like one shot, man's was asleep.
Yeah, we're getting old out here. There's kids. There's
there is kids.
There's kids,
wow,
and
man.
we're not the youngins that we used to be.
Yeah, dude. I'll live on the legacy. I ain't got no kids.
Not yet.
But
tomorrow
I'll
though could be a different story.
Fucking buck wild.
You could have triplets tomorrow.
Dude,
I don't know how, but you could go out and adopt 3 triplets or
do you know how hard it is for a single man to adopt a child?
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't. I've never tried.
I feel like
it's probably extremely hard. Actually, I didn't even.
Yeah,
that's
especially someone in our position where it's like hard to like show income and stuff.
You can
like
barely
that.
buy a house.
Yeah, I can't buy a house
because
that's why I'm renting right now.
I didn't mean like you specifically, but I meant like as a streamer or a content creator, they look at you like, excuse me, you get your money from where? No, but it's hard. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry for singling you out.
Yeah, no, it's fine, dude. Vern's broke. Vern's poor.
I didn't mean that.
Vern's been wearing the same hoodie on the podcast for the last 4 episodes.
Bro, he didn't have a hole in those jeans before.
Yeah, well, they're getting worn out. I wear them every day. The only pair of jeans I have.
Fuck off. Yeah, but he has enough money to spend it on bottles of whiskey, you fucking alky.
Why do you think I have no money? Because I have an addiction.
Because you're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Alcoholism is funny.
Dude. It's how I cope.
Jesus Christ.
Speaking of coping.
Speaking of addictions.
Dude.
Have you been addicted? I like how you went, dude, like you knew what I was going to go into.
Ghost of Tsushima.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't going to go there. We can go into Ghost of Tsushima.
What was I addicted to potentially?
Sex was. I was gonna go into the sex topic.
Let's do it, dude.
Yeah, imagine being addicted to sex. Couldn't be me because you'd have to have sex.
Yeah, dude.
Damn,
what
dude.
Rough. We could be.
What a great topic.
I
anyway,
beat
moving
off
on.
4 times a day.
4? Come on, dude. You're shooting blanks. There's no way, dude. I can't even. I don't even think I could.
What is it called? A refractory period? What? What is the period in between being able to have an erection and?
There's a time for
downtime. I mean, yeah, but there's a real term for it.
Rest. Sleep.
It's something along those lines, dude. Mine. I'm trying to get that bitch down to like 30 minutes in between.
Dude.
We're in quarantine. What else am I? Some people are teaching themselves. Look, I try to teach myself how to play the keyboard. Right now, I'm just trying to be able to beat off as fast as I can, as many times as possible.
How did the keyboard go?
I learned some chords. I learned some scales.
Dude, what's funny is you could be throwing out any type of musical term, and I would just accept.
No, I really did. And I was practicing for a while, and then I broke it down to like move, and I just haven't set it up again. So it's been like. I broke it down a little bit before I moved. So,
okay, so you
decided it's been like a couple weeks.
So you gave up on that goal, and now you're going to the masturbation thing. 4 a day.
It's just more consistent for me, you know.
It's easier.
Yeah,
you know what to do.
I know. I'm really good at it.
Yeah, for sure. It's not like something you have to learn.
No, at all.
I'll be honest, dude. I'm sleep after a nut.
I hate that I always just go, dude.
I'm
this
sleep.
Is fucking low hanging fruit.
What?
Literally. I don't know how dude. Always just it comes back to dicks.
We very rarely talk about this stuff anymore.
Okay, you're right. You're welcome, listeners.
You're welcome. You're right.
I know
you're saying I was right.
Everyone was on the edge of their seats waiting for the next time I talked about my masturbation schedule. Yeah. I'm sure of it.
They've been like, dude, Brothers to the End just hasn't been the same. They haven't been talking about their daily nut.
Yeah. And now here.
I mean, dude, I'll nut once in a blue moon.
Give the people what they want.
I don't really like
the nut.
Sometimes I'm like, damn, today's a good day for a nut.
Big.
And then
nut.
I get my nut, and then I sleep for at least 3 days.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
That's a medical condition. You need to go to the doctors.
I mean, some people say it's narcolepsy. I say it's post-nut.
Bro, imagine climaxing with your partner and then just fucking being out cold for 3 days.
Well, that's what happens when you're fucking
Dude,
sending
she would probably be
27
the
ropers.
happiest person on planet Earth.
Yeah.
To literally like sleep with you and be done. Like anytime you're annoying her, she literally just has sex with you and puts your ass out for 3 days. It's literally like swinging on somebody and not having to deal with it, dude.
Knocking his bitch ass out.
Be like, ugh.
Listen, man, when you're dropping 27 gallons of pure nut, you gotta sleep it off.
Dude, dead ass. I would threaten you with that. You're pissing me off one day. Brennan, you better fucking relax before I come over there and suck that dick.
Jesus Christ.
And then you're done.
Yeah,
I win.
Yeah.
In
true.
more than one way.
Anyways, what I was trying to get at is we had this conversation when our friends were over like a week or was that last week?
Last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend. We got on the topic of like having like when you're a teenager, you know, you have to kind of like you can't just fuck wherever you want, right? Like you're not adults.
So I think this stems from like a bigger issue as far as parenting goes.
Yes, we were talking about our future, like obviously me and Steph are having a baby when we were talking to Rick and Haley who already have a child.
And like really important decisions as far as parenting goes.
Exactly. And we were discussing like how we want to handle when our kids are teenagers and then, you know, it's that time and we gotta discuss, you know, the talk and like sex and safe sex and all that stuff. And we came on the subject of like when we were teenagers where we had sex, because every teenager, like I mean I can't speak for everyone, I guess, but like, bro, it's not like I could just bring over my girlfriend and we could just fuck willy-nilly. We had parents and siblings. We had to, you know, hide that shit.
We could.
Yeah, bro, like a car, back of the car, fucking. Hey,
waiting for parents to be out of the house.
Parents, my mom's gone on a run for 30 minutes, come over. Like that kind of shit. Like,
I'll meet you halfway.
Yeah, RVs. My girlfriend and I, when we were teenagers, definitely fucked in her parents' RV. Hey, it had a bed and it was empty and nobody was using it. It was actually a good spot. It was a smart spot.
Yeah. Dude,
had a bathroom.
Kind of like a hangout. But
yeah.
then also,
it was private.
Yeah. No,
so, you know what I mean?
Dude, yeah. Fuck yeah.
So that was the original conversation.
Sure.
But then we started talking about there's this weird stigma, like, and it's in movies a lot too, where it's like the teenagers throw parties and they fuck in their parents' bed. I don't know about you, but that's fucking disgusting to me.
Yeah.
Like we got on this subject and some of the people we were having, I'm not gonna name anyone. They're filthy.
But you know who you are.
But you know
nasty.
who you are.
You're nasty.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, we had sex I had sex in my parents' bed." What the fuck?
I feel like an overwhelming majority of people have sex in. Here's the thing.
That's weird. That's fucking weird.
I'll be the first to say, like, I love people having consensual sex, because without it you wouldn't be here. I love that your parents fucked.
Amen.
Right? I love that my parents was fucking.
True.
I love that everyone's listening parents was banging.
Everybody.
Dude, I'm hoping they're banging right
Did you
fucking
know
now. I'm hoping they're like you have a little brother or sister coming.
I hope the grandma.
I hope they're fucking to this podcast.
I hope
Shit.
your grandma
And
still gets it.
Honestly, you could use another uncle or aunt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I'm happy that people are having sex, but it's also a very intimate thing, and a lot of stuff happens when you're having sex. There's a lot of fluids roaming around, you know. And so it's like a respect thing that you can do it to fucking have fun, just not in my personal area. My bed is my sanctuary, dude. That's why I shower before I go to sleep every single night, because I'm clean as fuck when I enter my bed. I want it smelling good. I want it feeling good. I don't want to have to go lay in somebody else's ass juice.
True.
You know?
I'm not worried about ass juice. I'm worried about other fluids. All I'm saying...
You're not worried about ass juice?
No, because I'll be honest, I've never experienced much ass juice from anybody.
Yeah, but you don't know what other people going on in other people's bodies. Just because you don't have ass juice doesn't mean other people don't have ass juice.
Are you trying to tell me something?
I'm trying to say that if somebody's fucking in your bed, you don't know what kind of juices is coming out.
Hey, I hear you. I hear you, brother.
Yeah.
When my son is a teenager and I find out he had sex with his girlfriend or boyfriend in my fucking bed, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
Why? Just go bang one out in his bed.
Disgusting, but true. Assert my dominance.
Dude.
But, no, if he's got... I don't care. Here's the thing. They can go and have... He can do his thing in his bed. I'm going to sneeze. Do I miss
you?
Achoo!
You missed it.
Achoo!
Oh, God. Here we go.
Achoo!
All right. Go ahead. Any more?
Three.
Nice.
Fuck you. You know I always do 3. You know, like, I have no problem with that. You're a teenager. You're going to fuck, right? You're going to have sex. But do it in your own, like, don't do it in that's my area.
Yeah.
Like, that's your parents' area. That's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
And then, so Steph was saying, that's not disrespectful. It's not that weird. It's a normal thing. Fuck no, that's not.
No.
That's disgusting. Like,
dude,
it smells like your
like,
parents. Why are you trying to bang and smell your parents?
Yeah, dude.
That's fucking nasty.
Your parents probably fucked on that bed last night. Now you're, dude.
Ugh, bro, you're rubbing your genitals possibly on the same blanket.
Bro, I'm sleeping
that your
naked
mom's
every
genitals
night.
were on.
I'm sleeping naked every night. I'm rubbing my ass on my pillows. So if you think you're laying your head
Gotta
on,
get pink eye.
bro, that's a
If
them problem.
if that's what it takes.
I'm just saying, bro. You don't know what I'm doing in my bed, so why the fuck you want to go lay down in it?
Yeah,
Right?
know.
I'm putting ass on pillows. And if you want to go fuck in my bed, just know that you're probably either you're laying in my ass or your friend is laying in my ass.
Yeah.
So
Okay. At the end of the day, someone's laying in ass.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the risk you're running, having sex in my bed. You're gonna get a face full of my ass.
Oh, I mean, I just, and I know there's people out there like, oh no, it's good, man. It gets back at my parents. Bro, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't know if that's ever
I think it is. Like, I think it's like, in the back of their mind, they're like, oh, we can do
Oh,
this.
you're
and
gonna crown me?
No.
Well, I'm fucking in your bed.
Well, yeah, that, and then they're like, oh, but my parents don't even know, but we fucked in their bed last night.
That's
and
weird.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah,
These are your parents.
That's
like,
a weird one.
That's so disrespectful.
It really comes down to that. It's a respect thing. But I think what the conversation stemmed from was allowing your kids to have a safe space to do things and to experiment because they're going to anyways, right? It's like the same with like alcohol. Like I would much rather have my teenage child
come to me
if they're like going to experiment with alcohol.
Yeah.
I'd rather them do it under like my supervision. Right, rather
Absolutely.
than like running off to a friend's house, lying to me about
Absolutely.
it, getting
driving,
fucking,
doing
like,
stupid shit
like,
to hide it.
Yeah, like
Dangerous shit.
drinking at like
Absolutely.
a random person's house because
That
they
don't
have
know.
yeah, and like, dude, that's how bad shit happens. So like in that aspect, like I feel like you need to be able to, dude, it's gonna be fucking hard. I don't know, like I'm not a parent, so I'm not gonna have to deal with this for a long time. But I'd like to think in that situation that I would do my best to just educate my child in like safe practices, and I think that's what it came down to. And then it moved on to like, oh, who's fucked in their parents' bed, which I've never done before. Mom,
Me
Dad,
neither, bro.
If you guys are listening, I've never had sex in your bed. I've never wanted to have sex in your bed.
Amen.
I just, dude, I don't want to imagine the things that happen. Like I said before,
That's your space.
I'm happy that y'all is fucking. I'm so grateful for my siblings. I'm so grateful for my life. I'm not trying to think about it. I'm not trying to be like, even honestly, I don't even want to be laying in bed. Like, I'm cool. I'm good.
Yeah.
Y'all have your space. I'll have my space.
Yeah, have your own little private area to do your things.
Thanks.
Have your privacy. That's the thing. I think me and Steph both agree on that. We want to educate our child so they can make informed, proper decisions. But we also don't and create that safe space, like you said. Like if my child goes, "Hey, Dad," like I would rather my child come to me and go, "Hey, Dad." Like me and some friends want to experiment with drinking. Like, can I? At least they're talking to me about it. They're not trying to hide it. And then, like you said, that safe space. So I know that if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it in a way where I don't have to worry about them fucking being dumbasses driving, trying to hide it, doing stupid shit.
That's the scariest part, right? You don't want your kid to go out there and like make a mistake trying to keep it from you.
Even or just the environment too. Like I don't want my son or like any
being taken
I don't
advantage
want
of or something like.
I don't want them to be in a bad situation with people they don't actually trust or they don't know and if something bad or traumatic happened to them. Like that's more terrifying than them just coming to me and being like I want to drink. I'll probably say no.
It's like scary though, right? Like that's not a conversation that like most kids want to have with their parents, especially like when it happened. It kind of like I feel like a lot of the time it's like in the moment thing. Like you're just at a friend's house and they're like, "Dude, we have booze. You want booze?
Right?
You want to sip?" Like I don't know. I didn't hang out much at like I didn't go to parties and shit like that in high school. So like
I didn't either.
My dad's house was kind of the party house growing up. And so, like, I was around alcohol all the time, but they never, like, dude, my dad was so adamant, despite, like, dude, my dad can put a few beers back, but despite, like, the consistent drinking every weekend in the house, there was never, like, he would not even let me get him a beer. Like, I couldn't touch it. I couldn't, no.
Damn.
And it's because, like, he was just, like, dude, like.
Don't be me.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, I never really, like, experimented with alcohol, like, really until, like, dude, early 20s.
With me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm pretty sure the first time you drank was with me.
Yeah, there's video of it. It was on a stream. Like, the first time I got drunk.
Oh, yeah. First time you got drunk. I don't think that's the first time you ever drank.
Oh, I mean, like that, dude, I think that before that, I maybe have had sips. I've never even finished an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah.
And then I went all in, dude.
I mean, and now look at me.
Yeah, now I'm just to get by. I'm just kidding,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
I'm just kidding.
He's kidding.
I'm sad.
Jesus
But
Christ.
I'm just
Vern.
kidding. I'm just
There
kidding.
are people who think you're not kidding.
Yeah,
Maybe deep down, I think you're not kidding.
Yeah.
Maybe I know that you have a problem. And we're going to have a true intervention. And we're going to invite all your family and all your friends.
Bust through the door.
Therapists.
Dude.
Have you sit down and be like, hey, you need to.
Dude, I could use
8-week program.
Good cry.
8-week
Dude,
program.
No, I stopped drinking for a whole month before just to, like, do it. Because I was just drinking, like, a lot on stream. It like, became not just a weekend thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, was drinking throughout the week. And I was like, you know what? I'm trying to make these fitness gains. I'm trying to do all this. And so, like, I literally just stopped drinking for the entire month. And it was not fun at all. It was not worth it. It was lame as fuck. I didn't lose any more weight. I didn't feel any fucking better. I missed drinking with my friends, but I did it. So, like, I know I can. I know I'm not dependent on it. I just like alcohol.
Yeah. I mean, I do too. I've
Bust a Truly, dog.
I
Bust one.
Well, I can't. I mean, right now, we've talked about it before. I'm trying to do my best in supporting Steph during her pregnancy, and it's hard.
Dude.
Steph likes to drink. Like, me and Steph are drinkers. Like, we enjoy drinking. We enjoy going out to eat and have a couple drinks, you know, letting loose. Like, you know us.
Yeah.
But during her pregnancy, like, she was like, motherfucker, you think I don't want a glass of wine? I want a glass of wine more than ever. I'm growing a baby inside me. I'm stressed the fuck out. She's like, obviously, I'm not going to do it, but, like, so I'm trying to do my part in supporting her.
Yeah,
you know, it's easier
sure.
when the people around you aren't, you know, like I'm her sober buddy. So, and honestly, it's harder than I thought it would be because like I have bad FOMO. Like I get really bad FOMO. That's the thing. I'm good. Like if it's just me, I don't need to drink, right? Like that's not why I drink. I drink socially.
It's much harder. Like when Rick was here and like me and him are drinking a little bit.
That's
it kind of
hard.
just sucks like not being included. Not that like alcohol just happens to be what we're doing.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. It could be anything, but I do experience FOMO. It's like, oh, my friends, they're having a good time, they're doing this, and it's like I'm not truly experiencing the same way they are, and I do get a bit of FOMO, which isn't necessarily a good thing, right? Like I should be able to have fun without that.
Yeah.
And I think that's a part of it. And honestly, like the last couple months has been like that. Damn, dude, here comes my dog Sullivan busting in the door, saying, "What up? I'm part of the podcast. Hello, Mr. Sullivan." But yeah, it's actually been, I feel like, really good because I was drinking a lot. I drinking, I would say,
especially in quarantine. I make jokes about it all the time, but like seriously, you lose track of days, time, schedules.
I wouldn't even say during quarantine. I just mean like a couple of years back, like I feel like 2013, 2014 was when I was doing like Fucked Up Friday. We were doing, and it wasn't like having a couple beers and playing games. It was like drinking heavily every Friday, and then that doesn't include the other days that I was drinking heavily.
Yeah.
And granted, I was like 23, 24 years old, and it's like, you know, you do that. You dumb shit. You just do dumb shit.
Experiment.
But like, man, that was when I was at like my worst health wise. Like, you know, I was in such bad physical shape, and it was like, alcohol was a big thing for that because like I would drink a lot, which would therefore make me like, oh, it's 2 a.m. I'm blacked out drunk. You know what sounds great? A fucking giant ass greasy burrito, and I would be eating 5 meals a day.
Dude,
and
absolutely.
Like, and it builds and builds and builds. So FOMO is fear of missing out, for those of you who are wondering, by the way. but so this has been like I've done a lot better, right? I don't know. I think I go through stages where like I especially with a lot of stuff going on, like if we're traveling or going places or conventions, I always end up drinking a lot of conventions because that's just what you do. You go and you meet a lot of people. And
I mean, conventions are like super stressful though, right? Like you
social
go
anxiety,
business,
I have too,
all day long, and then like afterwards, like you decompress, but then you're like surrounded by so many people who are just like you haven't seen in so long.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, hey man, let's catch up, let's have a beer.
Oh, dude, exactly. And that's how I feel like that's how it goes. Like you see somebody and they're like, dude, we're getting a shot right now. You want it? And you're like, yeah, dude, I missed
Friendship.
you. And then like you do a shot with them, and then you literally walk to like your other friend group, and they're like, we're getting shots, bro. You want a shot right now? You're like,
I'm
all
in. Yeah, exactly. And then it snowballs, and you wake up the next day,
and then
you're
you're the one at the bar. We're getting shots, everyone. And then you're like, shit.
I'm on a 4-day binger, dude.
Yeah.
I've been drinking heavily all weekend. Yeah. So like, I honestly like I don't recall the last time I drank. Like and when I do drink, it's literally like a couple beers.
Yeah.
I don't drink hard liquor anymore. That is because I just have a moderation problem, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if we might have talked about this already on the podcast, but I mean, you know me, you see me drunk. I'm the type of drunk that's like good
until you're not.
and then I hit a wall and it's just like I'm gone. Like I'm not even I'm belligerent. Like I literally can't even
dude,
speak.
Honestly, like I've only like seen that from you like once before, and I thought that was just like an isolated incident, right? It was just a bad night.
That's just how it happens.
But then like
me.
it happened the one time, like after we were out here, because we were going like beer for beer that night, and like I was feeling good, but you were drinking IPAs, and I was drinking little sours,
and I was trying to keep it. Yeah, that was really dumb of me. I had,
but it's just like I remember like we went. Like everything was good. We were like went to like that little bar afterwards, and then like I got a mixed drink. I think you got a mixed drink. Didn't even drink it, and then I was like, oh shit, like Brennan's drunk now.
Drunk. No, I was drunk, and now I'm fucking black. Like I'm done. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah,
that's the thing, and I'm like that, and the issue is. When I'm like that, I'm usually around people who are also drinking and they're having a good time and they're not keeping an eye on me.
Right.
But the issue is in my brain, I have a moderation problem. It's very hard for me to like, once I get drinking, I think that I can just continue to drink. Like it's very hard for me to tell my brain, like you've had enough, dude, chill. It's like, I get caught up in the moment and I get caught. I'm like, you're going to the bar again? Yeah, I'll have another drink.
Do you think it's part of that FOMO too? Because like that night, like if like I hadn't gotten another drink, do you think you would have just been on your own accord, like going?
Maybe. You know, it like I said, I get caught up in the moment sometimes, and like sometimes I think I can drink more. And again, like for me personally, I feel fine. Like I feel completely in control until I'm not. There's no point where I'm like, oh, I'm getting sloppy, like I gotta slow down. I'm fine. And then, but when it happens, it's already too late, and I don't even know it happens. And that's the problem. Yeah. So I've cut out hard liquor completely. And granted, that one time was not hard liquor. That was IPAs, which will fuck you up just as easily. Yeah. But I'm just like, I play it very, very safe awesome. If I do drink. I've learned my lessons.
It's good that you're like you're acknowledging it, right? And that you're not shying away from it, and that you're like actually taking steps to improve and be better. You know?
Yeah, I gotta.
You're recognizing the problem, and that's scary, dude. That's scary, and it's hard to admit sometimes.
It is scary because it's like
you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that
right.
person.
You don't want to be that guy. And I think, well, for me, like the big reason. So I was kind of like you. I didn't drink for really like I didn't drink in high school. I was super against everything. I was super against alcohol. Like, and I think it's because I grew up in a family where there was alcoholics, and I saw that. And I was like, okay,
I never want to be that.
I don't want to become that. Yep. It's in my genetic, like in my genetic code, like
addictive personality.
Exactly.
And like you kind of just grew up thinking that, like, and if I start drinking, I'm going to end up like this.
There's a lot of addicts in my family, and I do have an addictive personality, absolutely 100%. And I just never wanted to be that person, but it just creeps up on you, and before you know it, you're like, holy shit, I am that person. Like I'm like holy. So for me, it's nice because I haven't been drinking, and I've never been that person that's like jonesing. Like I said, it's a very social thing for me.
Yeah. You're never just at home. And
I'm not like, oh man, I really need a drink. Like I gotta have some. I've never been like that. I'm not an alcoholic, but like socially, like I really do enjoy drinking. You know, like I become way more social when I've been drinking for the most part. I think most people do. It helps with social anxiety, which for me, like I'm a pretty outgoing person as it is. but it kind of just takes the edge off, and then I'm you know,
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah.
Like I don't worry at all.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people use drinking for, and so that's why it's such a social thing. But it has been nice recently to just like be in these social scenarios where maybe like a year ago I would have been kind of like, it would have been hard for me to be in that social scenario because I would have been like, man, if I was drinking, this would be so much better.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, you know what? I don't need that. Drinking's cool, but like I'm good now. Like I can still have fun and have a good time, and I think I'm still working on that because it is hard for me.
I hope I've never put you in a position or made you feel like you weren't fun because you weren't drinking.
No,
And
that's the thing. No one puts me in that position.
Okay.
It's all in my own brain, like, right?
Okay.
And if anything, because I'm thinking that, it makes me unfun.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm.
I've
That's the only thing I'm worried
never
about.
felt that. Like I know I've like made comments before, like, oh, like can I get you a beer? Can I get you something to drink or something like that? And you're like, no, I'm not drinking tonight. And then like I drop it after that unless I'm dumb and forget or something like that. But I hope I've never put you in, or like tried to like, or like made you feel guilty about it at all, because I've never once like gotten that vibe for you, like, oh dude, Brennan's being a real buzzkill tonight. Like I've never gotten that vibe. You know what I mean?
No, that's the thing, and I'm also not one to like to succumb to peer pressure very easily. Like if I don't want to do something, you're not gonna make me do it. You're not gonna convince me to do it.
Yeah.
Unless I want to do it. So like for example, like I love Rick, but Rick is one of the most peer pressure-y sons of bitches ever.
Absolutely.
Granted, we all do it to each other, and that's just our dynamic and our friendship.
For sure.
But he's like that. Like I'll be like, Rick, I don't want to drink, and he'll be like, oh, fucking drink, you fucking pussy. Have a shot with me.
Yeah.
You know. But if I want to, I will. But if I don't want to, he can say that all night, and it's not going to affect me. So, and that's fine. That's our dynamic and our friendship. But if some random dude came up to me and said that, like that would probably piss me off.
Well, yeah.
But I fucking love Rick.
Fucking know.
And Rick's a fucking pussy, so fuck you, Rick. I know you're listening to this. But no, it's something that I've been working on. And yeah, I mean, for me, like I know I have an addictive personality. I absolutely do. And it doesn't even mean substance, like a substance. I can be addicted to anything. Like I get addicted. I'm now a person that I get super into one thing, and I'm very one-track minded. I used to be addicted to Gears of War. I was addicted to YouTube at one point, literally just making videos. I was obsessed. Like I woke up, I wanted to do it immediately. I thought about it all day. That's all I fucking cared about. Like I was addicted to making YouTube videos at one point. So I'm just that type of person. I get very. I don't feel that way about anything right now. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's about finding balance.
And I've definitely found a balance these days.
You have a lot on your plate right now.
Good God, I have to have balance now, or I wouldn't be able to do it all.
You got a kid coming. Yeah. You got a house.
I'm gonna be obsessed with that. Being
job.
a dad, I think that's a good obsession.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's.
Yeah,
that's too
but
bad.
I absolutely know as soon as my child is born, it's like me being a dad is going to be number one. Everything everything else obviously takes a back seat, and like me being a dad is going to be the greatest thing in the world. So I'm excited to be addicted and obsessed about that.
Sure, dude. That's good though. That's good.
Yeah, of course. So I don't know. It's interesting. Like I said, it is hard sometimes because I do experience FOMO really badly. Like I FOMO hard because I'm just like, oh, my friends are enjoying themselves so much.
Dude,
like
that's the thing too. I think like if there's ever a night like that and you are just not drinking or something like that, just make it be known, because I only have fun when I'm like enjoying alcohol with friends or like with stream. You know, there's never like a night where I'm just like, oh, I want to get fricked up just to get fricked up.
See, I wouldn't even say that's true about me. There has been times when it's not like oh man, I'm sad, I want a beer. It's like, oh man, I have nothing going on today. I want to go in my office and I want to drink some IPAs and play video games, like, and do nothing else, just in silent by myself. And I have done that. Or like I've gone to.
I mean, I've had drinks before, like
true. I don't get
like
I don't get like
or
yeah,
something
true.
Like that, but I'm not sitting here like I can't wait to get drunk
right,
tonight.
Yeah,
sitting by myself.
No, no, that's actually the worst time.
Yeah,
that's the worst time, because you're like, oh, I'm in my feelings. I want to talk to everybody, but there's no one to talk to right now because I'm by myself, and you get
Twitter's
lonely.
for, baby.
And then it fucking sad boy hours.
Oh, dude,
that's what real sad boy hours are.
You know what? I might fuck around and
go to sad boy hours tonight.
Yeah, brother.
See, this is what happens. I felt like when we were starting today's podcast, we were like, man, our topics are a little lackluster, and then we go on a tangent about that for
good,
30 minutes.
Dude, that's one of my favorite things about this podcast. Like, from its inception 7 years ago.
We get a little, yeah.
We have good chemistry, you and I. You know?
Well, yeah, that's why we're brothers to the end.
We can just
bitch.
sit here and talk about whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Remember this conversation stemmed from, I think, fucking in our parents' beds?
Yeah. Yeah, addiction.
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
We're addicted to sex.
I don't know. I used to really shy away, especially in videos and on stream. I don't think I feel this way as much anymore, but I used to really shy away from, like, you know, personal struggles and, like, talking through my personal struggles because, like, I didn't want people to see my weaknesses, right?
Sure.
But I think it's actually so much better to talk about it because I think it makes it a little bit more real. Like, when you see someone, especially like a streamer, like, I think sometimes you put them on a pedestal where they're like, oh, they're just a content creator, their life is perfect, like, they do that for a living, it must be great. But, like, we still deal with the same things that viewers deal with, addiction and, like, all that kind of stuff. Like, maybe not to the same degree, but, like, we still experience that kind of stuff.
It's almost like, dude, like, I feel like our parents' generation, there was a lot of toxic masculinity.
Yeah,
involved.
Don't talk about your feelings. I mean, that's how I grew up.
Right, yeah. like you need to be a man about things, and you can't ever be sad, and you can't show weakness, even though sometimes a lot of the problems were written all over them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can just because you're not talking about it doesn't mean that it's not there and we don't see it.
Yeah.
And so I think now, being able to be as open, because there was a time, dude, I remember, I'm still like it even now. If you ever ask me what's wrong or something like that, like, I'm okay.
Sometimes.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm okay.
I'm the same way.
And, like, it's kind of a way that I cope with things, because I think, like, a lot of the stuff that I do go through, and like when I'm sad or I'm feeling like just not myself, I know that I'll get over it, and it's not anything like talking about it's gonna help. But then there are some times where, like, I really do need someone to talk to, and I've been getting better about, like, actually opening up.
Yeah.
Especially recently, man. It's like there's a lot of shit happening, and I think that's, like, very healthy, because holding on to things and, like, being scared of talking about things because out of fear of being, like, presented as weak or something like that, it's gonna tear you down anyways.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, being able to, like, address and fix and, like, do better, you're building yourself up, and in the end you're gonna be stronger. You might expose some cracks in your armor at the time.
True.
But in the end, you're going to be better for it.
I think that's interesting you say that, because I feel like that's kind of that's always been a fear of mine in terms of, like, streaming and content creation, is, like, I never wanted to show people my weaknesses, because then people would think less of me.
Yeah, think less of you, use it against you, right. Dude. It was just, yeah.
And so it's like you try to put on this, like, I'm perfect, there's nothing wrong, like, but, like, you can't do that. You can only do that for so long until it comes crashing down.
It breaks you down.
Yeah, it does.
I think it's almost like dude, like, the first time I saw my dad cry.
Oh shit, dude.
Bro, that was, like, dude, one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life.
Didn't even know how to compute it, right?
Dude, because I had never seen that before. Yeah. I had been through stuff, like, we had been through stuff as a family growing up, and then, dude, the first time I watched my dad cry was, like, I was like, like, this is, like, something, like, this is bad. Like, this is real fucking bad. And it was, but, like, him being able to, like, it felt good in that moment, because I felt like I was able to be there for my father, and I was able to comfort my father in that moment. And that made me feel good, and the fact that he allowed that, I felt, brought us much closer. Yeah. Because, I mean, there's like, growing up, I feel like there's a lot of situations, like, even now I see a lot of people, like, they have that, it's strictly like a mother, son, daughter, father, son, daughter, like, dynamic, and there's never, like, you will never be their equal. And I literally just had a conversation with my dad where he was, like, drinking too many energy drinks, right? Mm-hmm. And, like, I sat him down and I, like, talked to him as my equal, having dealt with, like, substance abuse as far as caffeine goes. Right. And I'm like, this is not good for you. Like, you're gonna, like, this is going to kill you one day. Yeah. And, like, I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him, and he was, like, really receptive of it. And then literally the next week, he's like, hey, I've cut down this much. And he's, like, giving me updates about it. And I was like, holy shit, my dad listened. My dad cared. And that was so fucking important to me, like, to have that relationship.
it's the older I get, the more I feel like I'm an equal with my dad. But there are still times where I'm like, and granted, I'm sure my dynamic with my dad is far different than yours. You know, like I toxic masculinity was the epitome of my childhood.
Yeah, oh for
like, you know, like I had the relationship where like I had a hurt arm or something, and I'd be like, oh, like as a kid, kids cry. Like my arm hurts, I'm crying. And my dad's the type of dude, instead of being like, oh, what can I get you? Or like,
I'll give you something to cry about.
I'll give you something to cry about. Yeah. Or he'd just hit me in my other arm and go, okay, well, now both your arms hurt.
Like it's a joke.
Like,
now that arm doesn't hurt so bad, does
it? Exactly. Oh, now both your arms hurt. So, like that kind of shit. Like, that's how I grew up. Like, don't fucking cry. Rub some dirt on it. Grow up. And, like, that was what I dealt with as a kid. And, you know, when I was a teenager, I was starting to, like this is... Like, why am I being treated like this? Because I would see other dads and, like, how they treated their sons. And I'd be like, that doesn't, like, why is he treating me this way? And and then I got to, okay, Sullivan.
Yank
buddy,
that microphone off the table.
This is why you can't be in here. No, back up. Damn, bro, you fucked our shit up, dog. What the fuck? We're trying to podcast, man. Goddamn hooligan. I'm sorry.
Hooligan.
So professional podcast, dude. Sponsors, if you guys are looking for us, we are completely professionals. Dude, we don't have dogs coming under
like dog treats or something like that would be amazing.
Barkbox.
Yeah,
we love dogs.
And then every time Sullivan just makes his way in here, we'll just go ahead and hand him a treat.
God damn it. Don't be looking at my thigh, chat, or whoever. I know you're talking about me if you're talking about a pale thigh. But yeah, like, toxic masculinity was, oh God, dude. Like, I reached like 16, 17 years old, and my parents were divorced at this point, and I realized I don't need to deal with this shit. Like, I'm over it. I don't want to be spoken to like this. I don't want to be treated like this anymore. And I wasn't forced to go to my dad's house, so I stopped talking to him. I literally cut him out. Like, I just cut him out of my life completely. Sullivan, you're being so pushy.
I'm listening.
Okay. And I cut him out completely. And I think that was very eye-opening to him. Because he was like, oh, I pushed him too far. Yeah. And like,
it made him take a step back and be like, oh shit,
I'm gonna lose him.
Yeah, I want my relationship.
Yeah.
With my kid.
And so the older I've gotten, obviously it's been a long time, you know.
Yeah.
I'm 29 now. We've definitely grown to be more equals, and he's changed dramatically. And you know, like, I used to resent him for it, but now that I'm older, it's like they only know what they're taught, right? Like,
exactly.
Our parents only are products of their environment, and you know, he tried to do his best, and he did much better than his father did with him.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't what I think I needed.
I mean, that's just parenting.
And that's just parenting in general, right? Like,
I want to do better.
Exactly. And we talk about that. You always want to do better than your parents. You always want to give your child a better chance than you had. And I'm sure every parent makes a mistake along the way.
Oh, of course.
And hopefully
you're
going to
be making many of them,
and
dude. I'll be right there to point every single one of them out.
Thank you.
Fuck up. You fuck up. Your child's going to be traumatized for life because of you.
Okay, Jesus Christ, dude. That's what I'm trying to avoid, dog. Jesus. But, yeah, so, like, I used to fucking just be so angry about it. Like, why would he treat me? But now as an adult, I'm like, our relationship's a lot better. You know, still not where I want it to be, but like it is a lot better.
But you're definitely able to. It sounds like you're able to work on it.
We're working on it, and that's a big thing.
That's like growing up. The way it was in my household is like, you don't talk back to your elders type situation.
Oh, same. I would have
always like. So there's always going to be like this level of respect that is like completely unattainable, right? That's my father. That's my mother. Mm-hmm. Like, they will always just like be at that, like, on that pedestal.
Doesn't matter what they say, they are right.
They're just gonna be on that pedestal for me. But I can't tell you how grateful I am to have parents that will also respect me back and like listen to me and like hear me out, and like, dude, it is an incredible feeling, and I should probably tell them that more. True. Because like, having conversations with friends and stuff and talking, like, I realize that not everyone has that. And
true,
man, dude, it feels really fucking good.
Well, it's like, I mean, we've talked about this, I think, on a previous podcast, but it's like, now that I'm, older, I'm about to have my own child. Me and Steph are in a very committed, like, long relationship. We're committed to one another. It's like, things have been coming up, right? Like our communication skills. That's a big one for us. And like, the older I get, the more I realize as a child, I was never taught how to talk. Like no one ever taught me how to communicate with anyone. Like
that goes back to the toxic masculinity.
Exactly. Like
dude.
a lot of
men
to
have problems.
Exactly. A lot of men are raised like that. Like
Yeah.
they just raised to bottle it up and keep it inside. So it's like, now that I have a partner that is like, hey, you need to talk to me. You need to
important.
You need to talk to me. Like, tell me what you feel or why you feel this way. And I can't even do that.
It's hard to find the words.
I don't have the tools, and I've never done that before. It sucks because it's like,
it's even more frustrating, dude. You're already upset, and then you don't have the words for it, and it just gets you more upset.
And then you get angry, and then you punch walls, and you break your own hand. So there you go. That was exactly. I was so angry. It was not at anyone. I was just so fucking mad that I physically and mentally could not compute, and I could not find the words, and I just got so overloaded. Like it was like I was missing a tool that everyone else has. Like, what do you mean it's this simple to talk to someone? Like, I don't fucking know how to talk about that shit. No one ever taught me that.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So I just blew up, and that was when I was like, okay, it's therapy time. I gotta go talk to somebody and figure this shit out.
But that's so. I'm very thankful that I have friends and I have people around me. Like, dude, I no longer shy away from. I feel like I'm in the grand scheme of things, I would consider myself smart, but there is so much that I am completely ignorant to.
Yeah.
And so now, instead of like having this fear of like not knowing, I'll ask. I'll just fucking straight up ask about anything and everything. If I don't understand, if I don't know, I ask now.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to tell me, or they don't like respect me enough to help me through that, then they can go fuck themselves. And that's why I've been lifting, because I'll beat your fucking ass. If you ever did. No, I'm just kidding. But like thankfully I have friends who are willing, like a lot of like with like the whole like, it's like social issues that have been on Twitter recently, like with all the Me Too movement, the Black Lives Matters movement, and stuff like that. Like, there's been a lot of situations where like I cannot, never being in that situation, me being a white straight male, like I don't understand it.
Right.
And it makes me feel good that I can go and approach these people and my friends and have them help me understand.
Explain it better. So
because like I can empathize. Right. I've always been able to empathize with people, and like hey, this fucking sucks, but I don't understand it. And so I feel like being able to just ask and have an answer given to me and not feel stupid about not knowing, about my ignorance, has like helped me immensely. So, even with communicating.
So that's interesting you say that. So I understand empathy, but it's actually very hard for me to truly empathize sometimes. Like someone will tell me, like it's almost like I have a primal panic when someone tells me something really bad that I know, like, I need to empathize with that, and I feel like, holy shit, that sucks. But it's like I panic and I don't know how to approach that or what to say, so I end up not saying anything, which is bad, because that's like the last thing you should do when someone's looking for your empathy, right? Like they want to feel heard and understood, and they want to not feel alone and why they feel that way. But the issue is, like, I was never taught to like how to empathize with people.
I think as streamers we're thrown into situations that make that a lot more difficult, right? Because we're, especially like someone in your position who like has thousands of viewers every stream, I feel like you deal with that a lot. Like, you deal with shitty situations from people that you know, that you see every day. That's the thing, is like, because I've had situations in my chat before where like I've frozen up. There was like names I've never seen before. They've never chatted in my chat before, but they'll come in and drop some like really terrible news, and I don't know how to respond to that.
Yeah, it's
like
hard.
I don't know you. I don't know how you are. I don't know if this is like just for attention, or if I don't know how to react to this. They're like, oh, dude, my grandma just died. I'm really sad today.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry, that sucks, but like,
I know, it's really
it's like hard to like convey properly.
It is.
But I don't think that's a problem with you, like, not being able to empathize with someone, because I know.
I don't even mean it from a streamer standpoint. I just mean like even people close to me. There's times, like, I remember as a kid, like, And fuck, dude, maybe I'm a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like I remember like when I remember my mom crying when she found out one of my family members died as a kid, and I could see, like, I knew, like, holy shit. Like, granted, I didn't have a lot of time with this person, but like I knew my mom was super sad about it, and but like I didn't know how to show her that, like, and no one ever taught me that. And so and I honestly, even as an adult, there's times where I'm just like, how do I show empathy?
I mean, people cope differently. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly. I've always internalized everything. Like, if something really fucks me up, usually, I mean, granted, I'm trying to change this now, but like, I'll just internalize it, and I'll just be like, well, it's time for me to deal with this, you know?
Oh, dude, I remember joking about that before. Humor is like one of probably my strongest coping mechanism. But
Same.
dude, I remember there was one time, I might even said it on the podcast before, but like I used to like to play this game with myself where like I want to see like how much I can like mentally, emotionally take and bottle up before I just like completely like combust. Like, and so like anything bad that happens, I just fucking like take it and I put it in this bottle and I shove it down until like I just am not thinking about it anymore.
Yeah.
And like there's been many a nights where like I even recently, so I had a friend that passed away. It had been like 4 or 5 years ago now, but her birthday was on July 5th, and I hold a lot of guilt in like the way our relationship ended, and like not being able to see her, and like it still fucks me up sometimes. And like on her birthday, like I saw her brother post something about her and visiting her grave and stuff, and like, dude, I like broke down and I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, and so it's like, it's really hard. I get where you're coming from, where like you feel like you don't know how to show empathy, but being able to communicate and the way you deal with things is like learning how to is a big process for you. You know, and I feel like you've been doing so much better at that just in general with a lot of things, dude.
Been trying.
Yeah.
Maybe it's in like okay, for a perfect example of how I feel is like you just mentioned that your friend passed away, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in my brain, like I instantly think like how do I portray that I'm sorry for his loss? Like I instantly panic about that. Like in my brain, that's like when someone says, "Oh, like my grandmother passed away."
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is empathy. Like you
it
wanted
right,
to convey,
but I don't know how to convey it. Like I don't even. I
don't expect you to be sad for my friend.
Okay, is that's what I mean? I don't know how. Should I be sad?
No.
Should I say sorry?
No.
Should I like?
You can be sad for me.
I don't know that. Like
that's the thing. You can be sad for me. Like shit. Like my friend is like really messed up about this.
Right.
Like was really messed up about this. Like that sucks. I'm here for him.
Right.
I don't expect you to sit here and fucking cry for me.
Well, see, and maybe I don't understand that because I'll be honest, and I mean I've been very fortunate in my life, but I've really never dealt with like true grief. I've never really lost anyone close to me. And granted, I know that day will come, obviously, but I've never had to deal with that. Like. Everyone that's passed away in my family has, you know, I haven't had a really close relationship to, you know, like someone passed away that was relatively close to me not that long ago, and that was the hardest one for me to deal with. But like other than that, I really haven't dealt with true grief, and so it's really hard for me to empathize. Like, this person just lost this person. How do they want people around them to treat them, or like what? I don't know what's comforting. Like I don't know. Like I don't.
I mean, it's on a
because I haven't gone
basis.
through it.
It's
I know.
Based on the person.
But that shit scares me because I don't want to be the guy that says something fucked up or like does something.
That's more anxiety than it is.
Okay, then that's my anxiety
empathy.
then.
At least that's how I would see it. Because like I said, like the fact that like that's where your brain goes is like, holy shit, how do I help this person?
Right.
It's like not having empathy would you being sit here and be like, like you be like, oh man, that's so fucking sad. But sorry. But like in your head you're like, dude, I fucking wish this person would not
say that or even bring it up. Okay. I'm not like that.
You know what I mean?
I think maybe right. Maybe it's just my anxiety of like how to handle it.
Because
again, it goes back to communication.
It's scary. It's like it like I keep going back to Twitch chat because it's probably where like I've felt the most anxiety with it. But like you'll get people who like you see every day and they're like, oh, I'm having a really bad day today, but you know how they are normally. You know how they are in your chat and stuff like that. So you're like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, I can tell you're like really going through it right now, and like I want to be here to help you. But then like you'll get like random people in your chat, and you're like, maybe you should go talk to a therapist or something. Yeah. I don't know how to help you right now.
Yeah.
Like, this is not like something that I can or am capable of tackling.
I'm not equipped to be your therapist.
Yeah.
There's a fine line, right? Like I completely understand. Like you're a viewer and you like a streamer and you watch them all the time. You've had a shitty day and you're like, hey man, I just want to come and hang out, like take my mind off things. Yeah. And you say that and like you're just trying to express how you feel in that moment. That's completely understandable. But there's a fine line, right? There's times where you can't just dump all, like especially on a streamer like that. You're not like, you don't have a personal relationship with them.
Oh,
like,
dude, thanks so much for the year resub. Sorry, your grandma died.
Like, yes, what the fuck am I supposed to say to that?
Like, I want, it's hard. Yeah, because especially, I've always tried to like have that communication with my stream where like I want to be that escape for them. Like, I want them to like be able to come to my stream and like talk to me about whatever, and like hopefully like if something bad happens, like the booty clap gang will be there to like pick you back up and shit like that.
Of course.
But then like if I don't know you and like I've never seen your name before, I have no attachment to you.
Right.
Like, I have no idea how to handle this right now.
Right.
And like I feel guilty because I want to.
Like, you want to be able to give them the right words and
but then then it goes through your head like, holy shit, I'm gonna make this worse. Like, the amount of times that I felt that, like, I don't know I don't know what to do here. Like, I'm gonna make this worse.
Yeah.
I want to help, but I don't know how.
Yeah.
And that's scary. And that's where like a lot of anxiety and that I think your feeling comes from.
Oh, exactly. It's just, I guess you're right. That is more what it is that anxiety. And it's just like, I know I need to say something, but I don't necessarily know what to say. And that, like, and then, like I said, instead of saying anything, I don't say anything. I think it's better not to say something than say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And I think I've always been like that. And so I clamp up and I just don't speak.
Yeah.
And then some people will take that as, oh, he doesn't care, or he's ignoring me, or like, and that can be very frustrating for, the other person. So that's the whole thing. That's like me trying to fucking get the tools to be able to communicate properly. It's like, that's a whole thing. This is called being an adult.
Dude, that's a lot to unpack,
like,
man.
it is.
It's just like I feel like we grow up and that's just how life is. This is just what you do. And then like as you get older, you're like, hey, what I just do fucking sucks. Like, let's change it. And then like you finally am like you're old enough and responsible, and you have that maturity to be like, hey, maybe the way that we're doing things right now isn't the best way we could be doing things. Yeah. So let's fucking fix that.
Exactly. But we're all works in progress.
Dude, absolutely.
Till the day we die, I would assume. I don't think
I've
nobody
never
ever perfects life.
Yeah, I've never met a perfect human being in my life.
Yeah. So we're all working on it. I mean, you're
Chris
pretty
Evans.
close. You're pretty close.
Dude.
I was trying to gas you up, and then you went Chris Evans.
Dude, oh my God, did you see that video? So that we weren't going to talk about this, but the little boy who saved his sister.
Yeah.
And Chris Evans like made that video, dude.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Bro, the kid is in a Captain America costume, and Chris Evans makes this video about how like, dude, you are a true warrior. I'm gonna send you a replica shield to go with that.
That's amazing.
I was, dude, in that moment, I was like, holy shit, this little kid is awesome. But also, I would drain my fucking bank account if Chris Evans was ever on Cameo, dude. I would literally fucking, dude. Name your price. Yeah. I don't have it, but I will find it.
Oh my God! Holy I mean, you could get Carol Baskin to do a video for you.
God, dude. They were singing that 50 Cent in the club, bro. Would you ever do Cameo?
I'm sure there's people who might like. I remember years ago, like Cameo, when Cameo first came out, Cameo reached out to streamers and like they're like, hey, check out Cameo. You can get paid to do these, special messages. And I just thought, that's so not right. Like, they're paying for this disingenuine like
I don't know
message that's like
happy birthday
fabricated, and I felt it felt wrong. It feels like morally corrupt in some way, and if you use it, that's fine. It wasn't for me. I didn't want like some mom to pay me $15 to make a video for their son saying happy birthday, because I feel like that's not like a true. Celso, go see mama. Celso, go see mama. Thank you, baby.
Thanks, sir.
it didn't feel right. So
Yeah.
I never did it. I mean, granted, I see it, and I feel like it's in some ways I've seen it used in a unique way. It's very cool. A lot of people use it in ways where they like they don't do like thank you messages, but they have someone say something for their video, and like they use it in a creative way, right?
They're like, oh, we're going on Cameo and we're gonna have these like models rank their favorite basketball players. I've seen videos.
Okay, yeah.
And like it's actually funny content.
It's like funny.
Yeah.
In a creative way, it can be used as a funny thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But like what it's for, I just it didn't feel right, and I didn't like that. You know, like if someone tweets at me and goes, "Hey, my son is having a birthday. Like, can you send him a message?" Like, and I read it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's this kid's birthday. Let's do that. Like that's right. Like, I just feel like that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And so, if you use it, that's fine. But that's just how I feel about it. So yeah,
I always felt weird about it as well.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I don't know, but I also feel like we do that exact. It's kind of ironic because we do the exact same thing on stream, right? Like somebody will sub and be like, oh, it's my birthday, but like.
Sure.
Maybe not though, because if they had just said that in chat, I would have happy birthday.
I think that's different
man.
because one, they're a part of the community. They're saying like some people donate and they're like, hey man, it's my birthday. I just want to say I'm hanging out with you. Like, thank you for the support. I just I'm celebrating.
Yeah, we love that.
And then we go, fuck yeah, dude, happy birthday, man.
Dude, let's
get
do
some
shots.
Yeah, like well, no, we don't be doing that, but. I used to, but like that's one thing because then it's like a celebration and everyone's a part of it. I feel like that's different. Maybe it's not, but I feel like it is.
Yeah, no.
Because it's like
I said, they didn't have to. The money was not the equation there. The fact that they were like a part of our community.
Yeah, if someone just says it in the chat like it's my birthday, we still say happy birthday, bro.
I think
like,
it would back to like the whole like not knowing how to address things. If I had like a random request from like, dude, that's like it always like I love being able to like support people and like get to know people and like having that connection with our audience, but like. If I get like random people who I've never seen before and the first thing you say to me, it's my birthday, can I have a happy birthday? Like, bitch, a hi would have done well. Like that you would have fucking killed it in here if you said, hi, Vern, how was your day? I'm like, oh, what's up, random viewer 69?
Right.
Butt sex boy.
Butt
26.
sex boy.
I don't know, bro. But like I would have been like, dude, what's up? Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah. But man, something about that, like. Address me as I want to be addressed as a human being.
Right, you're not a monkey.
Don't put me on this pedestal either. Right. Like I'm just a human being. Back to what we were saying earlier, we all go through shit.
Right.
Like there's exposed cracks in my armor. I don't give a fuck. But like
that's a prime example. I'm not gonna call him out, but he's one of my. Maybe he's in the stream right now, but he's one of my normal viewers. We banter back and forth, and I was playing Ghost yesterday, and he was like. I saw his message and he just said like it was a very like give me attention message.
Yeah.
Like give me attention now. And I didn't because I was playing a single player game, whatever.
Immersed in that.
I'm immersed in it.
Recorded
and then he was like, wow, he didn't read my message. And I was just like, bro, you're being needy. You're being a needy.
That irks the shit out of me.
And like that kind of stuff bothers me because it's like be a part of the community, chat with me. You could have said like, "Hey Goldie, what's up, man? How you doing? Like, how's the game? Oh shit, this game looks sick." Like, but instead you're being needy,
you're making it about
bro.
you.
You're making it about you. You're trying to like, I'm not into that shit. Like, and I think previous me wouldn't have said anything. I would have ignored it. But now I'm just like. I'm too old for this shit. I don't have the patience for this shit. You're acting like a child, bro.
I never did.
Don't be needy like that. Like, come on.
That's why he's banned in my chat.
No,
I know exactly who it is.
But like,
I'm just kidding.
And that's the thing. It's a very common thing.
Yeah.
And I get it from like a viewer standpoint. Like, you're coming in, you're just like maybe it was just banter, and he probably didn't even mean it.
Yeah.
But like in that moment, I was like, this is needy as fuck. And like
you're guilting. I don't like to make made out to feel like I'm in the wrong or like I'm a bad person.
I'm streaming, bro. I'm playing a game. I'm trying to put a show on. I'm no offense, but it's not about it. It's the whole thing. It's like we're trying to do a thing.
It's an us thing, not a you thing.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
like have fun, be a part of it, but
That's
like don't
always
make it
irked
about
me, dude.
you. Yeah,
I feel like people have like called me out on it before because I will go on tangents during the stream like and I try and be nice about it, right? But like one of my biggest pet peeves, and now my chat does it because they know it gets under my skin.
Mm-hmm.
But like when they're like, oh, this dude doesn't read chat. He never reads chat. Stuff like that, bro. It's like
just because I'm not answering your message doesn't mean I don't read chat.
If a streamer doesn't respond to your especially in like my stream, like my chat is not blowing up, right? Like we have our moments and it's a great chat. But if I'm not responding to your message, it's probably because I don't want to. And by
thank you.
and like you posting it again, if you posted it a second time, like we're still gonna be cool, right? We're still gonna be cool. Like you're getting spammy now. I'm on the fence. Like, but like clearly, it should be very clear at this point that I don't want to respond to your message. Whether it's gonna be like something I have only negative things to say about it, or I think you're dumb. If you post it a third time, I'm going in on you.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I read everything. I see everything that happens in my chat. I specifically am avoiding your comment and your comment only because it was some dumb shit.
I'm sure you do that to me.
Yeah,
I come in your stream, I mean, me being a fuckstick, you know, like, Vern, all caps, and you'll read the message right below mine, and I'll say something again, and then you'll go back up over my message, I'm like, I know that motherfucker sees
I'll
my
read
message.
everything around it, like, out loud. Be like, oh, Gamerboy 22, thank you so much for the stream, and then skip your message, then go right to the one below.
And I'll be like, that motherfucker saw my message. I know he did.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I do that. I mean, I do that sometimes too, but there are times where I'm engrossed in a game or shit.
But read the room. Twitch chat.
Yeah, there are certain times, right? Like, and I know some viewers are smart enough to like, okay, he's busy right now. Like, he's in the middle of a fight, or there's some people who are so fucking clueless. I'm in the final circle of a Warzone game. I'm fucking sweating. There's 3 teams shooting me, and I look over, like, you know, I'm putting armor on. I look over. This guy never reads chat. Bitch, I'm fucking in the middle of a gunfight.
Please let me do
you know what I
do
like,
best.
Jesus
all right,
Christ.
that's clutch up, baby.
Yeah, and then, you know, and then there's times like, yeah, and then I'll see people who are like, oh, Goldie's in between games. Oh, yo, Goldie, did you see this today? And like, it's downtime now.
Do you know what
great
gets
time?
my
Look, yeah, I'm looking at the
hard?
chat. What?
My dick hard is when like I'm playing a single player game and I'll like take a bathroom break and then like somebody will sub a bunch. You know, like I'll get like 2-3 subs during a bathroom break. I was like, that is the most fucking respectful shit I have ever seen. And my dick is hard right now.
Dude, honestly, anytime I sit down to get on my stream, I pull up my Streamlabs, I'm like, the fuck? Someone's resubbed 6 hours ago while I was offline?
Yeah, oh, dude. No, I don't like that. I want to be able to celebrate.
Well, that's true. I do like that. But I see that and I'm like, all right, okay, I like that.
Dude,
yeah, my man.
Offline love is always
because like that
good.
means like one, they thought about you. They came to your channel when you were offline. They're like, oh shit, Goldie's not here. Well, fuck it, I'm still hit for a resub. Yeah. You know, like I appreciate that. That's fucking awesome. Of course, I agree with you. I'd rather hold on to that resub. Pop it when I'm online so we can celebrate together. But like, I do love that shit.
I think it's more that I feel like, especially if I'm playing a single player game and like there's like a lot of cutscenes and stuff like that. Like I feel guilty about it because like I don't wanna like sit there and like break the immersion to be like, oh, thank you so much for the resub.
Right.
Like, it's not like I don't appreciate it or anything. Like I fucking, anyone who supports me, dude, I'm forever grateful. But like I also feel bad because I'm like, I'm not acknowledging it in that moment.
So I was just thinking about this the other day. I feel like, so I was a YouTuber, right? I was a YouTuber first and foremost. So I would record videos, upload them, and like I had a system down, right? There was no subs, there was no like live interaction. It was just you record the content, you upload it, and then when you were watching it as a viewer on YouTube, you're getting this YouTube-oriented video. Yeah. So now it's like, one, I don't have time to do both. There's not enough time in the day for me to be a full-time streamer and a full-time YouTuber. I can't keep everybody happy. I enjoy a live streaming atmosphere more than I enjoy just like recording videos offline for 4 hours and uploading them. Like I don't enjoy that process as much as I do streaming.
It's more like instant gratification.
It is, and it's just like it's more community based. I feel like I'm enjoying something
being
live.
able to interact with people.
Exactly. And I can read chat and they're experiencing the same time I am.
We're all excited about this.
It's like hanging it's like hanging out with your friends, playing a game on the couch together,
dude,
right?
Absolutely.
And so I really like that, but still a part of me, like I'm playing a single player game and I see subs and they're popping off and I appreciate it so much. And a part of me is like, okay, I really want to thank that person, but we're in the middle of a cutscene and I know like if the YouTuber in me is like, well, if people are watching this on YouTube, they don't want me like ruining their immersion and thanking the sub. But it's like, do I sacrifice my YouTube content to have a better stream and more being more interactive and thank everyone right when it happens, or do I not and make sure my YouTube content is still decent where people want to watch it without me fucking blasting subs the whole time? It's like this fine line that sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna turn off sub notifiers,
dude, and that fucks your shit up, doesn't it? And having to like figure out what's gonna be the best, like
right,
how to handle this situation.
Exactly. So like for The Last of Us, I was like, guys, I'm not gonna thank any subs. I'm gonna turn off my notifier. I'm like, I'll thank the subs after a couple hours of gameplay, like when I'm taking a break. But I feel like people come into the stream and they're like, okay, what the fuck? It's been 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and GoldGlove hasn't even said anything about my sub. And I get that because you're there for live streaming content. So like I've been in this middle, like I don't know which side to sit on, and I have moments where I'm like, man, I want to be a real true live streamer, and like I don't care about the immersion as much. Like I can thank subs in the middle of a cutscene, but then I'm like, no, because I still have a YouTube following that I want to make sure they still get what they need. So it's really hard for me, and it's like no matter what, people are upset. You can't make everyone happy, and I'm trying to toe this line, you know. And it's like, I don't know. It's hard. I struggle with that as a content creator.
I think this conversation is actually really, really funny because I feel like this is like one of those things that like chat never like experiences that side because we try and do so much to hide it. You know what I mean? And like, it's not something that we talk about on stream or anything like that. But this is like, dude, mega anxiety inducing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're like, dude, constantly worried about if you're putting on the best. That's like a lot of times, like when I'm like, there was like a stretch of time where I was just like I was canceling a bunch of streams and stuff like that because I was just not in the right headspace. And then you start playing this game with yourself where you're like, oh, dude, I'm sad today. I'm not gonna be able to put on a good cast. No one's gonna enjoy it. Like this is gonna suck. Like literally, that stream I did with the 2K stream that we just played recently, where I didn't have a camera or anything like that. I was feeling I let it ruin the stream because I was like, I'm pissed off. I'm in a shitty mood. And it's gonna reflect on stream. No one's gonna have a good time. And ultimately, like me being in that mindset is what, like ruined the cast.
Everyone has days like that.
That's
in any aspect of their life,
right? But like, dude, it's just like little stuff like that I don't think chat gets to like. They're not exposed to because we do our best to hide it from him.
Right.
By him, I meant Sullivan.
Yeah, Sullivan is back. Round 2, boys. He just headbutts doors, man. He doesn't care about locks. That bitch is locked, and he's like, fuck that lock, Dad.
Yeah, he probably broke it.
Well, hopefully the new house will have Sully-proof doors. I don't know why these doors are so shitty. Yeah, I doubt it, too.
He's got thumbs.
Yeah, it's interesting to talk about it, because, like, there's a lot of, like, internal struggles, like, I know that sounds so fucking like first world problem shit, but like really as a streamer, like, and especially for me, like as a YouTuber as well, I want to satisfy and make sure everybody's happy.
You want to please everyone,
but you can't.
Absolutely
and it's like,
not.
It's like, I don't know. There's just not enough time in the day. I wish I could do it all. I want
to throw that out the window. Like I feel like there's this like really bad stigma where streamers and like YouTubers, content creators in general, they can't be upset about things because we have it so good.
Right.
And dude, I fucking hate that stigma.
Yeah.
Because I've said it before. I've worked shitty fucking jobs. Okay. I've worked real jobs before. Like these people want to come in and be like, oh, get a real job type shit. I've worked 12-hour days in factories. I've worked 80-hour weeks in fucking hot ass fucking factories in the middle of Michigan summers. Dude, I've experienced shit fucking work. All right. This job that I have currently is the most mentally and emotionally draining job I have ever worked.
Absolutely.
If I was ever pissed off or I was ever sad or I was having a bad day, all I had to do was be present at the factory. As long as I got there on time, I was walking out with that fucking paycheck, right?
And as soon as you clock out, you clock out.
Dude, and I'm done with it, right?
You don't have to think about it until the next time you're there.
This job, we're like, if we're not at a 10, I feel like I've done a really good job, at least I hope so, of being able to be like myself fully 100% of the time on stream. It's made my job easier, being able to like not have to feel like I have to be this like, super amplified version of myself, but like it's easier being myself on stream. But like the factory, I didn't have to be anybody. Mm-hmm. Like I just like, dude. And then you have like some content creators who have to be at a 10 all the time. or like they're not going to get the reception, and it's going to beat them up. It's going to make them feel like shit because they're not constantly like way up here where they're supposed to be. And then like their community sees that, and their community is like, oh dude, what's wrong? What's that? Dude, the amount of times that you've streamed, right? Where you're just chilling, you're just having a normal day. You look tired. Yeah. You look sad. What's wrong today? Bro, it's like
I'm not yelling.
Yeah, because you're not freaking. Oh, dude, I miss drunk Vern. I miss, dude. You were so,
don't get me
like
started
things
on
like that,
shit.
and it's
I
like,
hate that,
bro. Like it's this job, and then like as soon as it's like when you hit end stream, the stream's not over, dude. No, there's so much that goes on the back end, like keeping up with social media, not keeping up with social media, and fucking beating yourself up over it. Like
that's me.
Like, bro, like making sure all your emails are responded to, making sure you're keeping up with sponsors, searching for new sponsors, like making sure your fucking bills are paid because you didn't land any fucking sponsors this month.
All the real life shit,
dude,
too.
It never stops. This is the most draining job. And don't get me wrong, like me saying this is like me just being open about it. I love my job. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
Absolutely.
I fucking love being able to like go and sit down, hang out with my community, press like that. Actually doing my job is the best part about my job. But there is so much that goes on outside of it that is so equally as important as pressing start stream that most people don't ever see. And then there's like the stigma where like, oh, what are you complaining about? Right. You play video games for a living. Like, yeah, motherfucker. But if it's that easy, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, well,
like,
absolutely. It's funny you say that. It's like, so I used to feel in 2013, 2014, 2015, when my stream was definitely at its height, I was like that. If I was not a 10, if I could not be like the epitome of GoldGlove at a 10, I was not going to stream. Yep. Because people were I felt like I was going to lose viewership. Yeah. And then I got to the point where I was like, okay, I physically cannot be a 10 anymore. Like I cannot be GoldGlove all the time. Like it's going to kill me. Yeah. One, because GoldGlove's kind of an asshole. He was an asshole. I've tried to change GoldGlove a lot, but you really do. You get into that character, and it's like when you have the most success was me getting fucking belligerent drunk, doing dumb shit, just being a fucking asshole. Like people loved watching that shit, and we were just loud and obnoxious, and we did a bunch of dumb shit. It's fucking exhausting. Yeah. Exhausting.
Dude, that's why burnout is so real, man.
And I just got so burned out.
If you're a listener to this podcast and you're like, I like to think that we just have like podcast listeners, people that find us, and like so maybe you can't relate to this conversation. But if you are a frequenter of like YouTube or Twitch streamers or content creators, like just think about all the tweets or like posts on Instagram and stuff like that where like your favorite content creator is just like, dude, I'm just not having a good day. I'm so burnt out. I'm not having fun with this anymore. Like, dude, happens all the fucking time. And I feel like we've been fortunate enough to experience that. I know I have. Oh, yeah. To experience that and be able to like work through it and like.
I'm sure I'll experience burnout again, dude, but I've gotten better at learning how to deal with it.
We're much more mature. Yeah, we're much more mature in the sense that we can acknowledge it and understand it, and if we need a break, we take a break, and if we're not at this place in our lives where like this is. We need this.
Dude, I used to be terrified of missing. Like, dude, I was just watching like an old video, and I would make vlog videos to let my YouTube channel know that I was going to take 2 days off. Yeah. No joke. That is how obsessed and like how worried I was that I was going to lose everything. And granted, a part of it was kind of true. Like, obviously, my viewership has declined not rapidly. I'm still.
But it has over the years.
But it has over the years.
Had this conversation
I'm not naive of that fact. Yeah. Like, but honestly, and I've said this many times, I am so much happier having the numbers that I have now and being the streamer that I am now and having the balance that I have now than 2014 GoldGlove, who was getting fucking 10,000 viewers a stream, 100,000 views a video plus more. Like, I'm so much happier now. Yeah. I have a balance. I'm healthier. And it's like I can take a break
more matters than just your job.
Yeah.
Like imagine if
money's not everything. There's a reason people say that. It's not everything. Success is not, your job is not everything. More important things.
Imagine like working like your normal job if you're listening right now, and then being completely fucking obsessed with it 24/7. Like literally going to bed at night and dreaming about flipping burgers or something like that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like dude, how exhausting that would be every single day.
Yeah.
Dude, it's bad.
It is.
And so like I feel like we've definitely talked about burnout on the podcast
for
and
sure.
stuff before. But dude, it is so fucking real, and this job is a lot harder than it appears.
Oh, for sure. And it's like and like we said, it's a lot of people are very afraid to show that aspect of it, because like, you know, all these big streamers know that if they show that aspect, it can hurt them. It really can.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like, you know, and I see these streamers and I can see it because I was there at one point. It's like I can see burnout, and I can see when people get more frustrated easily on stream, when people like there's signs for sure. There's just absolutely signs. Patience runs thin. You know, they take a little bit more time off here and there. Like I can see the signs of it. I see it happen to people. Some people deal with it appropriately, but there are some people that I know it's going to come crashing down.
Dude, it's scary and it sucks. And that's I think that's why I kind of went on a tangent just now, because there's so many times, like you said, we have friends that are fucking scared to talk about it because they're like they're scared of backlash.
Yeah.
By telling people how they feel.
Yeah.
And that's so toxic.
Oh, it's so toxic.
Like it's okay to not be okay, one, but just because you have a good job doesn't mean that you can't be upset with it at times. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like us being upset doesn't mean we're not grateful. It doesn't mean that we're not happy with it.
Right.
But just like with anything in life, there's going to be stressors and there's going to be things that like will upset us.
Yeah.
And maybe it's internalized, maybe it's stuff that we make harder on ourselves. But it doesn't
him out.
It doesn't mean that these problems aren't real. And I hate the fact that we have friends who are scared to talk about it. I hate the fact that even if there's going to be comments on this video, on this stream, on this podcast,
you have nothing to bitch about.
Yeah, what are you having to complain about? I guarantee it. But for those people,
I mean, someone ripped into me on Twitter and said, "Oh, you don't even work." He said, "Oh, I haven't streamed that much," or he was mad because I haven't been streaming that much. But he was like, "Oh, if you don't even work 40 hours, quit your fucking bitching, get a real job or some shit like that." Like, come on, dude, you can't.
It never
and
shuts
it's like,
off.
And it's
we're literally putting in 80-hour weeks every
dude,
single.
It's like you have no idea, dude. Oh my god, my dog is a lunatic, bro. Sullivan, you gotta get out of the room, man. Come on.
So, if you're a content creator and you're feeling this little burnout or something like that, please take your time. Take some you time. And don't be afraid to talk about it. If that's what's going to help you, bro, I'll beat ass.
Bro, I had to legitimately lock the door. I stuck a chair under the doorknob to hopefully hold my dog from breaking into this room.
It ain't going to stop him.
Yeah, dude, he's going to bust through that bitch. Yeah, no, I will say this over and over and over, but like I do not miss the toxicity of having 10,000 viewers a stream. Like I don't miss it.
Yeah.
I was dreading starting my stream because one, you have a vocal minority who are just fucking assholes.
Oh.
Everyone's a dick. When you have that many viewers, there are so many people who and they see one another, right? They see one person starts it and says something toxic, and then the next person sees it, and then it's just snowballs. Dude. And dude, I would dread getting on stream because everyone was everyone was a dickhead.
Yeah.
I hated it. It was not fun anymore.
It's just I cut a stream, and I feel guilty about it now, but in the moment I wasn't ready to be combative that day. I just didn't. I wanted to just hang out with stream and just chill out, and it was like maybe 4 people in chat, but they were like the loudest minority.
Mm-hmm.
ever, and they set me off, and I literally cut stream, and I was like, dude, I don't want to deal with that, and I feel bad in the moment because I know that it's like a very loud minority, but it still fucking affects us, and I hate that too, because I hate that there's so much, and this is just gonna be the internet, and there's like me speaking on it now is not gonna change anything because that's just the way this is gonna work for now. But people get reactions much more when it's something negative. Like,
right.
Like how many times, like I feel like I try and do a good job at like responding to pretty much everything in my chat. But when you're talking about like the massive content creators who are getting like spammed with messages, so many like, love your content, you're amazing, you've helped me through so many rough times in life, and like all this other super positive shit, there'll be one person for every 1,000 that is like, you're a fucking piece of shit, like go die. And they're like, look at, then they think that calling this person out is gonna like make the situation better, like, oh, look at this asshole or something like that. Like, no, like
I try not to do that anymore.
These people don't give a fuck.
Oh no,
if they're being mean to you without ever having met you, or they're being toxic to be toxic, it's literally for a reaction.
Right. Exactly.
And they don't have they don't give a fuck what that reaction is. They don't care if you flame them. They don't care if you block them. They don't care about none of that. All they know and all they care about is that they received your attention. And I have been so adamant, unless I can make an example out of somebody for other people, I won't acknowledge it.
Same.
If I can use like somebody's dumbass comments in chat to maybe educate other people, then I'll go ahead and like roast them or go on a tangent or something like that. But
I completely agree. I you know what? I'm probably partially to blame, because in 2014, 2015, I would see those messages and I would fucking call them out right there. I'd be like, you're a fucking idiot. Shut the fuck up. And so, of course, one troll hears that and goes, oh, I gotta rise up.
I want to be a fucking idiot. Yeah. I want to shut the fuck up.
Exactly. So
Tell me to shut the fuck up, Dad.
I probably brought it upon myself, but it just created... No, I did. To some degree, I totally brought it upon myself because I kept feeding into it. And then I figured it out. And I was like, if I just don't say anything, they'll go away. They don't get a rise out of me. They don't get the attention. Yeah. They're all attention seeking. They just want you to be, affected by their comment. It just sucks.
Because and that's what I try and preach in my chat too, is like, if you literally come into my chat and you're just like, hey, how are you? How was your day? If you start with like, you treat me like a human fucking being, and you approach me with kindness and just a simple hello, it will be met 1,000 times better. You will be able to come back into my stream now and then receive that attention on a consistent basis, rather than just having me tell you to go eat a fucking dick one time and then blocking you. Like, imagine, like, if you want attention, I promise you that if you're go about it in a positive way, it'll be much more well received. And you will actually like get the attention that you want. Just don't be a fucking dickhead.
I actually feel like now I'm kind of past the ignoring part, and now I try to I read questions or I read things that people say, and instead of like getting angry and like reacting or ignoring it, I just I think why what made this person say this? And I'm like, I try to use it as like an educational thing. I'll be honest, I used to really shy away from any comments regarding Allie in my previous relationship on Twitch. Yeah. Because everyone has their opinion. Nobody really knows what happened. We tried to explain what happened, but nobody wants to fucking listen.
They're going to think what they want to
think. They all have
anyways.
Theories and bullshit. But so I used to really those comments I used to completely ignore, right? But now I still have people come into my stream and say stuff, and I just I'm like, man, I don't know what you think, what made you ask that, but I'm in a different relationship. It's been 5 years. Yeah. It's been a long time, man. You got to move on, bro. I realized that you felt like you were really connected to us, and we had a very public relationship, and you feel like you have this personal tie to that, and you wanted us to succeed in all this, and that's awesome, man. I respect that, and you feel like you need to defend someone's honor in this scenario, but I was like, so I try to use that as an educational thing. It's okay to sometimes things don't work out, man. Yeah. I try to use it as an educational tool and try to kind of talk to this person. I try to do that sometimes. Sometimes they just say stupid shit, and I'm like, God, you're a fucking idiot.
If you can use like that, like a comment or a message or a tweet to educate other people, by all means, go for it. But I see so many of our friends trying to argue with these people that clearly don't want an argument. They just want a reaction. Right. Like they're not going to listen to anything you say.
You can tell. Sometimes you can tell the difference. Like some people will come in and ask a question and you can see, okay, maybe this person's just curious, and then other people are just like, some dude came into my chat literally the other day. He was a follower from 2014 and all he said was, "You broke her heart. I hope you burn in hell."
Dude, crazy.
And I was like, this person's a fucking lunatic. Yeah. Because it's like you've been off the internet for like 4 years. Like, if you would have said that 4 years ago.
And then you're coming back with your,
like, dude, what the
with your fucking vengeance,
and I just, like, my chat and I just banned it. And then I read it out loud in my stream and I just laughed because it was just, like, so fucking wild.
Dude, they are actually, like
that person's a lunatic.
Problems.
Yeah, like, that person needs to, like.
That's scary, though.
It is kind of scary. It's like. I don't know, man. I don't know. That shit was wild. I just blocked and moved on. It was the only message. It followed me since 2014. That was the only message, and I was like, bro, that's wild.
I had a dude come in. He had never spoken to my chat, and he came in and just started saying some real rude shit. And I remember calling him out on it because it was one of those times where I could like educate someone. Mm-hmm. And he had been following me since like 2014, like real early on. And I remember, dude, he was like, "Oh, this is how you treat someone who's been following you for that long." And dude, I went fucking off, bro. This had to have been a few months ago. But I was like, to think that any sort of fucking number, how long you've been following someone, how long you've been subbed to somebody,
gives you the right to treat them in any way.
Dude, you feel entitled to being able to treat somebody like lesser than a human being. Like, dude. Fuck you. Yeah. You can eat a whole fucking dick and
like a whole bag,
dude.
Like a whole bag of
not
dicks.
Good dick either.
No.
Like nasty fucking dick. Like super tiny.
Yeah.
Also, but also massive, dude. Like way too big to fit in your mouth.
Wait a minute. So tiny, like little tiny chodes that are just thick as fuck.
Dude, fucking like a whole ass cheese wheel that even like smells like cheese but tastes like curdled milk.
Good.
Dog.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Nice. He deserves that. But. I'm like, dude, it just baffled me. Those kind of comments baffled me, and it's like, dude, it's actually scary because like these people, dude, like there's something missing there. There's something missing that they're not getting.
Well, it's funny. I actually wrote this down as one of the topics since we've really not talked about any of the topics, and I literally wrote weird obsession with online relationships, like this weird toxic, like people are actually obsessed. They see these and it's tough because. You know, I'm part of the problem. I was very public. We were very open. Like everything was blasted about my previous relationship.
Stop saying that you were a part of the problem.
No, it's true. I was because I would purposefully make videos, especially back in the day, and like I was the editor, right? And me and for example, me and Allie played DayZ together, and but I would cut the videos like to make it seem like our relationship was better than it was. I made it not realistic.
Just because that's like, dude, that's everybody in
right?
everyone's relationship. Nobody's gonna go post on Twitter after a fucking fight and be like, or post a photo and be like, hey, this is right after we fucking screamed at each other for 3 hours.
Right, exactly. Like all our social media, that's always
everyone's social media.
I know it.
So it's not a you problem. It's not your fault. Don't say that.
But okay,
I'm not gonna
fair
accept
enough.
it.
Fair enough. But like. People as viewers see that and it's not real. It's fake, right? It's like, oh, their relationship's so perfect. Oh my God, they're meant to be. They're so perfect together.
That's how we just want to perceive things on the
internet.
Right.
But exactly. People do. They want to hope that there is really that picture perfect, which is not. It's not. It never is. It's not a fairy tale.
It doesn't exist.
But I feel like I did do that. We really portrayed it that way. I did that because I wanted it to seem like it was perfect. Like I wanted the view right, and that's
so. Dude, that's just human
But I regret
nature.
Doing that.
Sure.
I do because then when it obviously ended because it wasn't perfect and like people change and things happen,
it's hard.
People were like. What the fuck? How is this possible? There must be some crazy reason, like someone did something super fucked up because they were perfect together. there's no way this could possibly be feasible because of the way I portrayed it. We portrayed it. It was both of us.
No, it's not because of that. That's how everyone tries to portray their relationship online. That's just how it is. Like I said, nobody's gonna come out here and be like no, talk about the bad shit. Like you want to remember the good stuff, and no one's gonna talk about that. And that's every relationship, on and off the internet. Even like fucking like people in real life who don't have social media. Like they're never gonna
true.
sit there.
Everyone, that's true. You don't air your dirty laundry out.
It's not your fault, but the people that don't understand that and don't understand that like this is social media, this is the internet, people are always going to try and portray themselves better than it actually is. Right? Like if they don't understand that, and then all of a sudden like something bad happened, like sure, you can be shocked and you can be upset by it.
Right.
Dude, we literally just went through that and finding out that some of our friends that we associated with were not good people.
The type of people we thought they were, right?
Right. And we can be upset by that, but for you to go and insert yourself in somebody else's relationship and to assume that you know more than you do.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Because you feel like you were misled or lied to or something like that. You fucking don't.
And you're doing that to yourself.
And you probably have some deeper issues.
That's what I mean. That whole culture, because it's so common. There's so many people who do that. Like these fascinations with relationships that aren't theirs, and they build these relationships up in their heads, and it's just, oh my God, it drives me fucking nuts. And I see it happening still. Like I actually see it. And you're right. That's a social media thing. That's a YouTuber thing. Like I see it happening. And I'm like, and so I think for me, like that, and me and Steph, we talked about that like early in our relationship. We didn't there's a reason we took a step back. And I have since and not has been as public about that stuff. Like
I deserve that.
I'm far more private because like
it's your fucking relationship,
right? And I didn't want that to happen again. Like I did not want, like if anything, God forbid, did happen between me and Steph, we never wanted to experience what happened that time, right? We said that we were like, okay, we just can't, which sucks because like you want to be more like open and share things, but like you can't because people just take it too fucking far and insert themselves in places they shouldn't be.
So I had it explained to me a while ago, but it's like really, it's difficult like coming from a viewer standpoint, especially if you're really like a part of a community. So I have people that are in my chat literally every single day that I talk to literally every day. I probably know some of them more than I know some of my family members. Like, you know, like we've developed a relationship there. But as a viewer of a stream, you are always going to feel more attached to the content creator than they are to you. Like you are even if you don't talk to them ever, you never say a word, you are literally there for the stream, building that relationship. And we might not, you've never said a word to us. We might not even know you exist. But because we're sharing so much of our lives with you,
very one-sided.
You feel like you are a part of it.
Right.
And like, as long as like you're going about it in a healthy manner. Like I love interacting with my viewers, and I love like building relationships with them. But it will never be to a point where like,
well, because we share what we want to share. We choose what you learn about us, and right, as a streamer, you dictate what the view exactly. So you dictate in any way you want to. You can tell them the fine details, or you can give them one detail but leave out some of it. Like you dictate the information they receive, and so you have to realize that you're not getting all the facts or both sides. Or like that's just not how it is. So like it's just such a toxic part of social media and the internet that I think a lot of people just still don't fucking understand.
Yeah.
But like, it's very off-putting. Like what happened after Ali and I broke up and like that whole thing and like how toxic everything became, because no one fucking actually had a clue. We tried to do it. Granted, I regret the way everything went down. Like, I feel like we both could have done a better job of, announcing things and doing, yada, yada. And I regret that. But still, there was people who just, like, took it way too fucking far and just, like, did a bunch of shit. And
Yeah.
I've learned that, like, and I see other people going down that route, and I'm like, God, I do not, like, I feel bad for that person when they do experience that shit.
Yeah.
Because it's not fun for anyone involved.
I mean, there's not like a handbook on
no,
it.
there's
It's
not.
It's
Exactly.
It's not like a math textbook where you can learn how to deal with these situations. And, you know, everyone's just trying to do their best in the moment and, like, something going. Dude, I don't think I went through, like, maybe one public, like, breakup on
Scary.
like, since Twitch. But, like, dude, it was just not it never evolved into anything. Like, we're both cool, like, nothing bad happened, but, like, it sucked for a while. I know a lot of my community members were like fans of her, or like liked her or whatever. But I think I don't know, like, you have to, people have to be able to, like, filter out, like have a filter for, like, in that interaction when it comes to being, like, online,
Right?
Like, to realize that you're not getting all the facts, you're not seeing every situation. You don't know how, dude. I could be a complete fucking dickhead in real life.
There's plenty of streamers who I have met in real life,
Like,
and I portray very different on stream.
You are seeing what we want you to see most of the time.
Yeah.
You know, like, a lot. I'm very bad at faking things when I'm not happy. Or
You fake orgasms all the time.
I absolutely do not.
You kidding me? Orgasms are easy to come by.
With literally, pun intended.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, we do have some topics.
Dude, I mean, you know what would be a good fucking change, not change, but, like, on the same pace as this fucking Gamer Girl game.
Oh my
that's
God,
coming out,
dude. Yeah.
Bro, talking about getting too fucking close.
Good segue.
With streamers and shit.
So, Gamer Girl, it was a trailer released by Sony. It's a Sony studio, a Sony-owned studio that's developing it, I think.
Fucking
And it's called Gamer Girl, and it's
crazy.
essentially you, as the gamer, as the consumer, play as a moderator
For a streamer.
For a streamer, a female streamer, and you help her moderate and defend her from trolls, and you kind of are a part of this experience of this streamer.
Basically get to, like, all these fucking crazy, weird fucking stalker people that are literally putting, like, content, like, people in danger.
Yeah.
Like, you get to play as that.
You get to you get to play as the person helping her defend from those people.
No, that's what they think they're doing. That's why this is a fucking problem. Because,
I see what you mean.
Because,
Right.
like, these people are so obsessed with these
Right.
streamers. They want to control and they want to dictate everything that's happening with these streamers.
Okay.
And they can't do that, and then it turns into something fucking vicious.
Right. And that's when the person gets
holy shit, it's so dangerous.
So their whole concept was they wanted to show how toxic, like, a Twitch community could potentially be to the health of a streamer, to their safety, to their privacy.
Have they commented on it?
Yeah, that they said that was their goal, but the issue is they're actually they're glorifying it.
Yeah.
They're, like, allowing these people to actually live out probably
White Knight fantasy.
A White Knight fantasy where they, as a moderator of this female's chat,
Get to save her fucking
to
life.
get to, like, dictate what she does, help her in scenarios,
dude.
like, make decisions for her, encourage her to do things. The problem is that that's glorifying the exact toxic problem. Like, there are weirdos out there.
This is the real fucking problem. I literally just watched.
Yeah.
It breaks my heart. Like, thank God I've never had to deal with anything like that. Like, at a serious level. Like serious. Like, I'm so grateful for that. But I literally just watched a video about a streamer, Sweet Anita, who has this stalker who is like he's a psycho.
That's
and
horrifying.
He like, it's, like, dangerous,
Right.
And the police won't do anything. Like, she literally has to sit there and wait for something to go horribly wrong for the police, because nobody's like trying to help her with that, and it's fucking terrifying. And now this fucking game drops where all these fucking sickos and these weirdos can be like, oh well, I'm helping,
Right.
I'm helping,
Right.
dude. Oh, they need this from me. I'm gonna be there for them. I'm gonna be the shoulder they can cry on, and I'm gonna help them do whatever they need. I'm so good to them, and, like, this is where it starts to build, right?
And then they fabricate this relationship like they're closer than they really are.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, exactly. Which, it doesn't help that there are some instances on Twitch where people have met through a chat, have met through like a mod has become like a. I mean, I'm pretty sure like Shannon and Shannon was a mod for Sacriel, and then now they're married. So like there are instances, right? But the weirdos think, oh, that was they did it. I'm in love with this girl. Like she's also my queen. Like there are people who just don't understand the differences. Like one is mutual, one is one-sided, but they fabricate this relationship in their head. It's so dangerous.
Yeah.
That's how you create fucking psychopath stalkers.
Just honestly, I'm just gonna say, if you felt like you were ever going to be romantically involved with a content creator, just go talk to a professional. And I'm not saying it, like I said, I'm not saying it can't happen, but the vast majority of the time that will never ever happen.
Never. No.
Dude, if the streamer's going to be responsible.
And if you think it's gonna happen, it won't happen with you. Like,
Yeah.
The people it happens to are, no offense, are probably the people who understand social cues and understand how relationships work. And like, if you think that because you're a moderator of a female stream, she's gonna fall in love with you, that's
or
the
vice
problem.
versa,
or
dude.
Vice versa, for sure.
Like it's
yeah, you're right. It's not, girls can be the same exact way. They can think someone, absolutely.
It's just,
doesn't matter who it is.
Don't get me wrong. Like, there's definitely, like, I don't think I would ever feel threatened. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
it's scary. So the
this
game is a bad idea.
Dude,
it's a bad idea.
It takes, like, this horror twist at the end of the trailer where, like, she's being, like, a fucking attacked or something like that.
She's, like, it looks like a fucking abandoned warehouse.
Yeah.
And it looks like she's about to be murdered.
And
It's
and now,
horrifying.
As her moderator, you're gonna save her life. Like, what am I? What?
What the fuck? What the? I don't know.
It's not a good idea.
No.
It's just
So they
really
removed the
not.
trailer.
There are real fucking problems happening.
They removed the trailer, so I don't know. It was supposed to come out on the Switch, on Steam, like all this stuff. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if they're gonna pull it and not do it because of obviously the obvious backlash that's receiving.
Dude, the cynical side of me wants to see what the game is about.
Same. A part of me wants to fucking play it, but I just,
dude, it's such a bad idea.
It's such a bad idea.
In my head, like I
get it.
I'm capable of separating the two things. You know what I mean? But like for like
I want to see the shit show that it is.
Yes, but for my friends and shit who have to deal with like real stalking and real issues with moderators feeling like they have, not even moderators, just like people on the internet in general feeling that they have too much fucking power, or like I gifted 20 subs yesterday. You're not like, dude, I appreciate it, but this goes back to before. I don't give a fuck how much money you've given me, how long you've been subbed. You're not gonna treat me like I owe you something. Right? So, dude,
for sure.
There are just people that they don't know how to have that separation there, and it's fucking scary.
Yeah, it is. It's the end of the day. It's
so that
scary.
game is a big.
That's a dumpster
5
fire.
yikes out of 5.
Definitely. The opposite. 0 yikes out of 5. Ghost of Tsushima.
Dude.
Ghost of Tsushima.
So.
Tsushima,
yeah.
Tsushima. I say Tsushima. Tsushima?
I think that's how they say it in the game.
I don't know. Ghost.
Dude.
G-O-T.
So.
It's fucking great.
I started playing it, right? And I was like, my stream like got really excited about what is the mode? The black and white mode. It's called something. It's based off of a filmmaker.
Oh, yeah.
But
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
I apologize for forgetting the name, but we went all in on it. Like,
wait, you played it?
We were like,
that's how you're playing it?
I was.
Oh, you swapped it.
Yeah, we're doing black and white mode, Japanese with English subtitles, and the experience was dope. It was like really fucking cool. It felt like I was watching like an old style movie.
Yeah.
But then like I was like, after like the prologue, I was like, oh dude, I want to like see what the game is like in color. I regret it fucking immediately because the game that I didn't play in color the whole time because it's so beautiful.
Yeah,
dude, there's so many colors, and I was like, dude, I missed out on like the first like hour.
I don't even know how you'd play. I don't know how you'd play in black and white mode. There's literally a mission where you have to look for blue flowers.
Oh yeah, I just did that one in color. Thank God. But
so I'm like, wait a minute, how would you even do that?
Yeah. So it like, dude, it's hard mode. It's literally hard mode.
I guess.
But Dude, the game was so beautiful. And then, like, my punk ass, like, I was, like, starting to, like, struggle to keep up with the story and, like, the characters and stuff. So I swapped it to English.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, now I'm playing it real.
Well, it's dubbed in English. Like, the voiceovers are in English. So
the Japanese, like, it was real messed up.
Yeah.
And that was bugging me in my chat a little bit.
Yeah, that would bug me. So I'm playing it in English. I'm not going to talk about, obviously, we're not going to spoil the story at all because we haven't even finished the game. But it's great. Like, I'm taking my time with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's visually a beautiful game. This is apparently the last exclusive for PlayStation 4. It's visually beautiful. The music is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's an incredible. The gameplay is so fun. It's challenging but satisfying.
Yeah,
dude, the RPG aspects, the new abilities, and it's got new armor. It's got everything you'd want. And the thing I really like about it is that it's so well thought out. So, like, you know, since it's an open world game, you need kind of a way to do waypoints, but it's, you know, you don't want to do like a fucking GPS
big ass arrow or something like that.
So they decided, okay, let's use the wind to like guide you. So wherever the wind is going, that's the direction you need to go to your objective. Yeah. And then, which is just fucking genius. I don't know. I have never played a game that does that, at least that I can think of.
And it's like very subtle too. Like you can definitely like milk it. Like there's a mechanic to where you can like constantly have the wind blow.
You move up on your touchpad and the wind will
like,
kind of
pick up
and
like,
go stronger and it'll show you where to go, and you can see the leaves blowing. So that was really cool.
But it's very visually appealing.
It is it's just like it's
feels
beautiful. It does. It's like satisfying to see the wind blow. But like I like it has so many quality of life improvements, like additions. Like, for example, I like that you can like already, like I hate those games where you set your appearance and then you go into a cutscene and the appearance is different, right? That seems to be changing in a lot of games, but like I hate that. I want it to be continuous, and so like in this, you can put masks on, but the worry is, oh, if I put a mask on, he's gonna have a mask on the cutscene. Well, that's an option. You can have the mask taken off in the cutscene, so it doesn't cover the dialogue. Yeah, like. Just little things.
I didn't notice. I've noticed though, like some of the cutscenes will just have the mask off if there's talking.
Yeah, it won't have a mask on if there's talking, so you can see the
that's
face.
A setting.
That's a setting. You can have the mask turned on, but it's just little things like that. I've noticed they really. And another thing I really like in a lot of RPGs, you know, you pick up resources or whatever you need to like upgrade things, and then you have to go to a merchant or a trader or whoever is upgrading it, and you have to go through the list and find out, oh, do I have enough resources for this? In this game, once you receive the amount of resources that unlocks
it becomes an objective.
It becomes an objective, and it shows you, oh, you have 2 unlocks. For the armor.
Love that.
You don't have to waste time going and looking through the list. There's so many little things that they thought of that I'm like, God, that's so fucking good. This should be a staple in every game.
Yeah.
Dude, the NPC speed. When you sprint, the NPC sprint matches your speed, and they're right in front of you.
Give me.
And it's so easy to follow, get to a place very quickly. You're not like slowing down for the NPC to catch up, and you have to. The dialogue cuts out. It's so continuous and fluid. I'm like, this is how every game should be.
And the more I play it, the more I like it. Like that's what.
Same.
Like when I was initially playing it in black and white mode in Japanese, I was like I said, I was having a really hard time following the story. And so I was kind of like, you know, I don't know if I'm wanting to put 30 hours into this. And then, like, by the end of that stream, I was like, fuck, I cannot wait to wake up and play this more tomorrow.
Dude, I did a double stream on Saturday. I literally woke up at 11. Steph was still sleeping. Granted, that's early for me, okay? I'm a late nighter. And I was like, I'm just getting my coffee and I'm firing up the stream. Streamed for 3 hours, got off, had to do some stuff I did like a tournament, and then got right back on and played more. So I was I was on my computer all day and I just wanted to play Ghost. I was like, dude, this game is so good. Like I might even stream it tonight. Like even though today's an off day, I'm itching to play it.
Yeah.
I think Steph feels the same way. It's hard for me though, because it's like, it's a really good game. But I still, I'm no spoilers because I won't talk about the story yet, but, I'm not invested in the story like I was The Last of Us Part 2.
Yes.
And, it's going to be really hard. This is a great game, but I still, I don't know if it's better than The Last of Us. And a lot of people think, no, this is Game of the Year, but I'm like, I don't know, I don't get that feeling. But it's a great game.
I would describe it as very fucking fun.
Oh, it's a great game.
It's so fun. But, like you said, I'm not as invested in the story. per se.
It's
like,
not game of the year to me yet, but maybe it'll get there.
I have like 10, 11 hours
Same.
right now.
I'm around the same spot.
And so like,
maybe it'll get better.
But like, I'm just not emotionally invested. But granted, Last of Us was able to build that over 2 games, right?
True.
2 pretty lengthy games.
And you could argue like Ghost of Tsushima is a better game. Which game of the year? Maybe it is game of the year.
Dude,
like, I gotta think of it from a non-story standpoint. Just everything else.
Yeah.
Like I
but
am enjoying playing this game more than the gameplay of The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
But I'm not necessarily enjoying the story as much.
Yeah.
But there are other things so it's gonna be tough for me. I mean, obviously I'm gonna finish it and make my opinion. I was gonna say,
like, maybe by the end of the game we'll be more invested, because it's been progressing really quickly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 10 hours in, and I thought like one of the missions I just did was like something that I did not expect to like get to till the end of the game.
Oh really?
And so I was like, there's clearly more to this.
There's gonna be a lot to the story.
Yeah. Than what I expected. So I'm
excited.
I'm just having fun.
I would definitely suggest if you are listening to this and you've been on the fence, get it. You will not be disappointed.
Dude,
it is a
samurai
great game.
version of Red Dead or GTA.
Yeah,
or something
I mean,
like
it's
that.
got a little of everything. I get Witcher vibes sometimes from it.
A lot of like the combat was giving me real Shadow of Mordor vibes.
Yes, which is exactly. It's just like it does a great job of that style of game.
Yeah.
Like, it reminds me in some aspects. It's kind of like Assassin's Creed. Which, how did Assassin's Creed not make a fucking samurai game before this? Like, you had the rest. I'm glad they didn't.
Right.
And maybe they will now, because they're gonna see the success of this game and be like, oh shit, people like samurais. But like, I don't know. It's just. It's good in every aspect. It's great in every aspect. It's just a great game.
It is super good.
Definitely pick it up if you're thinking about it, or watch it, or whatever you want to do.
If you like RPGs, absolutely.
Oh god, it's so fucking good. 2K21, NBA 2K,
Dude,
which
okay, here's the thing.
I love 2K. I just love
2K.
basketball.
Yes.
I love playing basketball with my friends.
And I got the itch again. I tweeted about this. Because I mean, there's never gonna be a 2K release that I don't pick up and put time into. I just love basketball that much, and they are the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the
go-to staple simulation basketball game. Yeah, for sure.
And so like there will never be a 2K that I don't purchase, right? But and like just recently, I was like, we were playing 2K again.
Yeah.
More, and I like am loving it, dude. I'm having so much fun.
It's fun playing, like, we never played really Rec in previous years, and I know Rec's been around a long time, right?
Rec is great because it's a lot, well, they've always had, like, lag issues in previous games, and so when you get 10 people on the court, it was, like, awful, right?
Yeah.
But, like, Park is and will always be super cheesy. Like, people are going to find a way to cheese it, and so it can get very, very frustrating. Rec...
More or less it's real basketball.
Yeah, it feels like real basketball, and so I've been loving it. And so it was like, I want to play it, like, just like fuck around and go back to my career and like get my 99 overall and just like start busting ass. But then I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, oh, 2K21's coming out soon. It probably wouldn't be worth to like put that time into.
Grind it.
But then I'm sitting here and I'm like, when does 2K21 come out? It's like September.
Yeah.
When do the new consoles drop? November.
Yeah.
Like 2-3 months, dude. It's like when we're getting...
So you're getting nervous?
No. So I read that they have nothing in place as of right now, that if you're going to purchase the game on your PS4, Xbox One, whatever, put the 2-3 months in, and then literally will have to restart over.
There's no way to transfer over?
Not that I've seen, and I think the only thing that I've read about it was that they have said that there isn't a way to transfer over. And the reasoning behind that is that the my career experience in the next gen is
so different.
It's so different. I don't give a fuck. Like, dude, I'm excited for a new my career, right? I didn't like.
It's hard to grind over
but
and
that's
over.
I'm about to put 3 months into this, and like, dude, this year has probably been the easiest it's been to like upgrade your player. In years past,
it's been fucking grinding.
I don't think I've ever had like over a 90 overall in the past years, right? And like, there was a time where I would put real time into this game.
Yeah.
And like, so this year it's been a little bit easier. You can achieve like a decent rating in a faster time. But to put 2-3 months into this goddamn game and then have it come out on the next gen console, obviously I'm gonna upgrade. And they have a version of the game right now. I think the Mamba edition comes with, you get it on both consoles.
Oh, really?
But you still don't get to keep that progress. And that's not sitting well with me.
Well,
I really hope that they do something.
Part of me kind of understands it not transferring if the My Career experience on the next gen is just so above and beyond the previous gen.
Yeah, but I can't.
So that it's like, so for example, they want you to experience this next gen My Career. So if you have a post, like if you have a current gen, and you create this character, it's going to be a different experience, right? They want you to start from zero so you experience the entire story, I don't know. That's how I'm thinking. I'm trying to give them
basketball, dude.
Yeah.
I can't see a way, like if I like, I'm playing a big man next year, and like,
yeah, but you know them. They like to go through a storyline and give you a college background, or you know what I mean.
I'm okay with that. And like if dude, I don't know.
But you're right. I would like to just be like, transfer from 2K or current gen, and boom, you skip.
I just hate the idea of putting in like, dude, because
especially if it costs.
It's a game that's grindy. It's a game like you're rewarded the more you play it, right? And now all of a sudden I'm putting like a good 3, and that's when we play it most, right? When the game first comes out, like we're putting the most time into it. So it's gonna be a literal grind. For like these first few months, and like someone in our position where it's like our job to play this game, it's gonna be a much easier transition, right?
Oh, for sure.
But like, imagine the like just being like a random person where you're not being paid to play video games,
right?
And now like you have to work like a day job and then come home. You've just put 3 months
into this game,
a good
and now
3
it's just,
months.
Now nobody's gonna be playing it.
Yeah,
that would piss me off,
right?
For sure.
So like you and I'm going to do it, right? I'm gonna purchase probably the Mamba edition. I'm gonna have it on both generations of consoles, and I'm gonna put the time in.
But well, see, I'm buying the Mamba edition, but like, Dame's on the cover of current gen, so I gotta get that one. I gotta get Dame on the cover.
Yeah, but like, dude, I wish that they would come with a way to sync that. Even if it's like, if you play through like My Career on the next gen, you start over, but you can take the previous gen's character into the park or something like that. Cool. I feel like that would be. I can't imagine it would be that, because it's just servers, right? Yeah.
You know what I really hope for the next gen?
What?
I hope we get it, and this has been an ask for me forever, is co-op My Career. So like, I'm the shooting guard and you're the center, and we both are on the Pistons, and we play the games together, and we can take our team with our CPU teammates.
So broken.
Oh, it would be, yeah, but it's like, the Shaq and Kobe storyline. You know what I mean? Like, you get to be the dynamic duo, and you can play with a buddy. Like, I would love that. I think that would be fun. So fucking fun.
But, dude, imagine just you're averaging 60 points a game. I'm getting 20, 30.
Yeah, but dude, I play in Hall of Fame this year. I don't know what it is about this year's 2K. Maybe it's my build against the CPU. Dude, I dropped 93 points. Last year, I dropped 118. Like, it's already, you're over. And that's on the Hall of Fame. That's on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, but you can still sit out and then just come back in the game being down by 40. Despite being up 100.
That's true. Yeah, because that's just 2K cheese. Yeah. But like, I don't know. I just think that there's potential there. It's already there. You already can play with the teammate. Allow me to do it in My Career. Or allow me to have the choice.
Yeah.
To bring in somebody. I think it'd be really cool. I would love to do that. Yeah, imagine us doing a co-op My Career. That would be fucking fun.
I said, I'd be down for it.
Yeah, that would be so fucking fun. And I'd be like, stop ball hog and give me the ball.
Maybe that's why they can't transfer characters, because the next gen will have that, and it's like completely like something like that.
I hope. I'm hoping. I really like 2K. I love 2K, and again, I just love basketball, and I'll buy it every year. But I do really wish they would make a bigger effort to make big improvements. And it's hard because obviously they're on a year turnaround. They make a game, and a year later they have to make another one. And that's just, they have to do it. The development studio is paid to do that. That's what they're told to do. They have to reach deadlines.
Dude, it's hard too, because a lot of times companies do that, and it's a miss, Right. Like it doesn't land well. And
yeah, but you don't see that in sports games. You don't see like big jumps. Like there is potential for sports games to really be so fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like maybe it'll start to get there, hopefully with next gen. Like, I really hope so.
I mean, they're making it seem like it's gonna be. So,
I just, we'll see. I don't know. My career co-op is like my dream. I would love that. But honestly, and then just fixing the lag online.
Yeah.
Like, imagine a smooth online experience in 2K.
I don't think you'll ever be able to get it as...
Dude, I feel like it could be better than it is. There's
for sure.
no reason it's this year's actually I think the best it's ever been.
Without question.
Without question, this is the best it's ever been.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's one of the reasons I never played so much online before.
Yeah, for real. But I don't think you're ever gonna have like the same experience in my career, like with shot release and stuff like that.
With
you
too
will
many
in the park.
connections in a server, I get that, but it can be a little bit better.
But I mean, dude, the slightest when it comes to something like when you're green light and you have like such a minimal like, dude,
there's gotta
either
be a
they
way.
make it super broken to where it's super easy to green light, or because it'll never be the exact same.
For sure.
So there's always gonna be
until internet somehow just makes a leap,
dude.
But
it's being powered by the sun
one day. Aren't we all? What else? I have a topic called Vern is a piece of shit that we just wrote that down because it's true.
Dude, I probably said something to prompt
basketball, man. Basketball, dude. I'm getting excited. We're like a couple weeks away.
I think like that's everything. Like, cause
an MLB.
Dude, the 2K itch is like actually real right now. Like, I want to play fucking Rec some more. But I think like that combined with like the actual season starting back up,
let's get hyped,
dude.
I'm hyped.
Next podcast, I told you we're wearing jerseys.
Okay.
It should be right around when the season starts up again.
I mean, we kind of owe another podcast pretty soon. Unless we missed a week, we gotta. I feel like we gotta do another podcast sooner than later.
Like or we just stick to our damn schedule, dude. Like, so no podcast like this Monday coming up, and we'll continue it the following Monday. So literally tomorrow, no podcast tomorrow, but then like a week from now.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, and then
that's perfect, and then we're back on track.
Yeah.
Because we've been shitlords. I've been a shitlord. Honestly, the big thing is like tearing down our setup and moving it. We didn't have an extra camera and all that shit. I just said fuck it, and I bought a specific camera for the podcast.
I brought my microphone from my house. I drove it over here.
That's one thing. That's easy.
Yeah.
The camera setup and moving it and getting it, that was a whole fucking thing.
Yeah,
Taking it off my setup, moving it back. Now we have another camera. It's just going to stay here. This is for the podcast. And for those of you listening are like, what the fuck? You don't even need a camera. I'm listening to you, you ugly bitch.
Yeah.
I think
How do they know you're ugly?
They know. They by the sound of my voice. You can just tell.
Wait, I don't think we've talked about me. I've moved. We've talked about it on stream and stuff like that.
You don't. We haven't
done the podcast since I've moved. I don't live here anymore.
You don't live with me anymore. We kicked you the fucking curb. We said get the fuck out.
Dude, you did.
No,
and
stop
it. I was like, I don't know where to go. So I'm currently living out of my Jeep.
It's not.
No, I'm just kidding. I actually, I moved in with my buddy John. He was
Cryos Gaming on YouTube.
Yeah, he was renting a place out, a nice big home.
You got more space now.
I do.
I have way more space.
I have a bedroom. I have an office, and I have my own bathroom. And there's a lot of common areas that aren't being utilized by them that I'm just gonna furnish and
get butt ass naked.
Yeah,
there you go. See,
dude,
you got like your own apartment now.
Yeah, I really, really do, and it's like affordable because there's a couple of us living in there, a few of us living in there.
Good,
and it's been great. So made that transition. So
we're about to move anyway,
and I hope like. A lot of people, I know that the question of the podcast came up like, oh, when you move, are you gonna still do the podcast remotely, or like, are you gonna start doing?
We're close enough. We're doing it in person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, this is the first time, and granted, it took us. I did come over this weekend to attempt to do it, but
we had
Rick
friends
and Haley were here,
and
nobody had eaten that. It was just bad timing. Like I said, these last couple of weeks have been super busy.
We've been very busy.
So. But
we're back.
Yeah.
We're here.
And it feels good.
Today was a good podcast.
Dude, fantastic.
Thanks for listening.
We talked about literally nothing on our list.
Oh, yeah. We fucked the list.
Until like the last 30 minutes.
Fuck the list, bro.
There was more, right? There's something else you
want to talk about? I mean, not really. That's pretty much it.
It was a good one, too.
Yeah. The other stuff it's unimportant shit.
Dude.
We
most of what
went
we rambled.
ham.
We spent the first 15 minutes talking about my masturbation schedule. So
dude, that's
what
important.
A turn this podcast took,
right? And then it went serious.
Like, dude, I'm beating off. Hey, talk about your problems. And then back to beating off, baby. Full circle.
Full circle. I mean, you gotta start. I mean, it's just like life.
Start strong and strong.
You start with the cum, you end with the cum.
Is that?
The second I died,
I'm pretty sure that was a quote from the Bible.
Yeah, for sure. John 6:13 or something.
John.
Cryos
Snow.
Cryos on Gaming.
That's
John
his
Cryos
name.
on Gaming 613. I'm sorry
That's his
to
name.
anyone I just offended. Yeah, I want to go out during an orgasm. I think that's a good way to die.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Like just and
Dude, I
nut
want
dead.
my future wife to like
to die on
like I want
to die on top of you. I almost said Jesus Christ.
No, I want her. I want to die with her on top of me though. Like
Yeah.
literally just like
Riding
one
you?
dude, 86-year-old ass just in
Nice,
my fucking
bro.
face, dude. I'm smothered. I'm dead,
Nice. Okay. Cool.
dude.
So that's the way you want to go.
My dream.
Nice. Fuck yeah. Honestly, just have her smother your face like a pillow, but with her ass.
I'm trying to get them saggy cheeks, wrinkly ass, all up in my shit. So I can't fucking breathe. It's fun until it's not. And now I'm fucking choking on dust and whatever else.
Oh, she got dust in her booty? Did I say boot?
Maybe, bro.
She got dust in her boot?
I don't know. I've never eaten an 86-year-old ass. I don't know what's up in there.
Oh, you're gonna learn today.
Well, that's weird.
You're gonna learn today. We have a special guest.
Could you imagine?
I'm trying to think of an 86-year-old woman's. I was gonna say Bernice, but that's not right. What is like an 86-year-old woman's name?
Dude,
Wanda. Wanda's a good name.
the only
my
Wanda
God.
I know is Wanda Sykes.
I'm not gonna.
And she's not that old.
I'm not gonna ever say Wanda. That's so fucked up. No wonder I thought it was a good. That's my great grandmother's name. I gotta go.
Yikes,
Jesus
dude. I'm
Christ!
not
I was like,
eating
man,
your
why
great-
does that sound so good to me? Jesus Christ! And that is where we end the stream,
Dude, it was a good podcast today.
Oh,
Sorry we
yikes.
derailed at the end here. We could have just ended the podcast and not talked about old booty, but
That is true.
I feel like that's part of what they come for.
yeah, a old 86-year-old woman.
Well, you know, just to
booty.
be surprised. You know?
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get on a Brothers TM podcast.
Big true. Big
Never
true.
know. Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you guys check out all the links down below. Or if you're listening to this on any audio platform, the links are somewhere. I don't know. You know where to find them.
Yeah. Come over and say what's up. I
Yeah.
hope you guys are enjoying the podcast.
Leave us a review. We
Dude,
read
we love
those.
those,
We do
yeah.
like the reviews. And we'll see you guys in like a week because we owe you
Yeah.
guys another podcast
Yeah,
soon.
absolutely.
Get them back on schedule.
Dude, love you guys.
Love
Hope
you
you
guys.
have a great day.
Yeah.
Goodbye,
Fuck yeah. A
everyone.
great rest of your week.
We think you're beautiful.
We do think you're beautiful. Have a good one.
You have a
Goodbye.
nice smile.